Y'all know what day it is. It's Thursday. That means we
Thursday.
in the
Happy
building.
Thursday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sibling Rivalry Media here with the 2 Cents Podcast with your host, Valis Winding. We got a special guest in the building. Go ahead and introduce yourself, broski.
Good evening. I'm Tim Kincaid, by the way of T Red. Man, I've been connected with Vito for 18 years. Wow.
Wow.
18, since 2004. Chai's
That's
Up
a long time.
original.
That's a long time.
Long time, man. SIU stand up. Chicago
sir.
stand up.
Saluki gang in the building.
Let's
Yes,
get
sir.
it.
I see Potsy tapping in real early. I love it.
What's
Yes,
good,
sir.
bro?
Yeah, we about to cook tonight, man.
Woo.
10 games in.
Yes, sir.
Got a lot to cover.
Man.
Yes, I'm ready.
It's been a lot that's gone on since the preview show. A lot.
Oh, yeah. Got some guys healthy, got some guys injured.
Yeah.
Got some guys getting suspended for anti-Semitic comments.
Oh man.
Good grief.
Going
I mean,
down.
this is
Time
never a
to
dull
Time
moment.
to shake some things up.
You
Yeah.
already know.
Yeah.
So, man, Vader's go ahead and lead us in, man. 10 games into the season. Off rip, man. I want to start with let's start with our max player, man. $200 million man, Zach LaVine, coming off of a back-to-back, which is rare in low management days. Let's start with Zach, man. How you think he's looking so far this season, man? I'm gonna let you and T-Red get busy on that.
Well, so I'll start off by saying Zach LaVine looked good. He's meeting my expectations as of right now, coming off the injury, low management situation. He really came through for a quarter 2 nights ago. Last night he came through and got 30 minutes. He didn't shoot very well, but his presence alone out there was it helped the team, and it was what a max player should be doing right now. So I'm pleased with him. I have nothing bad to say about Zach right now.
I'm gonna piggyback off what you said. I'm excited about Zach's ability to play with the first unit and the second unit. You can do so much with Zach on the floor with bringing in our second unit because we got a phenomenal backcourt. We got rim protection. Zach doesn't have to work too hard.
Right.
The second unit, and he can focus solely on scoring because we got so much athleticism around him. And so, honestly, man, I just want to see him ball, stay healthy. Like you said, man, low management. This is crazy, right? This is important. Like, we need to stay healthy. We cannot risk you getting hurt. So, hey, shoot. You got to shoot, bro. We need you to shoot. We need you to shoot lights out. We need you to close games. Like, let us know when you're tired. Trust me, we got backups for you. Let us know when you're ready to get out there and play. Like, he has to over communicate with the players, be a leader, and with the coaching staff because he's got the green light right now, and we really need him to be a leader, and we need him to be transparent, and we just need him to ball out and stay healthy.
I could dig that, man. The one thing I'm not worried about with Zach is he seems to be in attack mode in the right way so far this season. I want to go to the other night's game against New Jersey, man, where he completely just dominated the fourth quarter. There's been a lot of complaints about, his shot selection, things like that over the past couple years. The way he affects a game. I think Potsy is often in arguments about how Zach affects the game with some of our comrades across social media. How do you think that's going to trend going forward, man? I like what I saw in that fourth quarter against the Nets. He basically closed that game out.
Yeah, so the real thing about Zach LaVine is Zach LaVine is a feast of famine type player, right? So when you look at Zach LaVine, he's a bad shot maker, which means really he takes a lot of bad shots, but he makes them. But when he's not making those shots, he looks really horrible. It's like a horrible situation. But he has the tendency to make a lot of good shots. So, I mean, it's hard to say, and he's not going to change. He's getting better. His skill level is is going up. He's training hard and he's going into his prime. So I couldn't imagine him not taking a lot of bad shots because has a proven track record of hitting those shots, averaging 28 a game, being an all-star. He got paid last summer based on the fact that he's a bad shot maker. So I can't see him changing very much. Really what you're looking for from Zach is really the defense, really being able to control his man, not have to be able to be hid. You know how they hide the best player all the time. Don't hide. Take the challenge. He's never going to really get like KD matchups and stuff like that. But don't hide away from the James Hardens of the world and all these dudes that's playing your same position. I really wish I would have seen him go up against Donovan Mitchell. That would have been the real matchup. I would like to see him healthy, Donovan Mitchell healthy, mano y mano. So, yeah.
When it comes to Zach taking bad shots, like Zach 2 years ago could have shot the Bulls out of a game and caused us to have an under 500 record. With Zach having I'm gonna go back to our supporting cast, man. We got dogs coming off the bench. We got dogs in our lineup on the first and second team, and so we got guys that literally bail Zach out when he has a bad game, when he's shooting bad shots, and we got DeRozan, who is by far the best mid-range basketball player in the league right now. I would put him in that category. I won't put all time and put him in top 5 or nothing like that right now, because I'm still evaluating that, but. As far as right now, like, hey, these last 2 games, DeRozan hasn't been a no-show, but DeRozan hadn't been putting up them crazy numbers. So guess who stepped up? It was Zach. And so Zach having a bad game and shoot, hey, man, let's take the ball out your hand. Let's get you cutting. How you feeling right now? Like, we need you to run so we can get you inside. We can get you inside. We can get some and ones, get some opportunities so that you can get back out and take more shots. And so I think it's really coaching. I think it's really just, like I said, being transparent and like understanding like, hey, Zach has so many different levels that he can play basketball, and shooting can be the greatest power and the greatest strength for him. And it also could be weak, but in his weak moments, I feel like we have enough help around him where we shouldn't be getting put out of games or losing and not making it to the postseason and stuff like that.
True that. We got a comment from Christopher Posse Strong, said the bench been wilding out.
100% agree.
100%.
Yes.
Saving us.
We got 3 bench guys. We got 3 bench guys that can start at any time.
You want to say 3? I say 5.
Yeah, we definitely got 5 bench guys that can start. But
5.
Like Drummond could start when he come back healthy. Hopefully, like that ain't gonna take long. I watched as soon as he went down and he favored that shoulder. I'm like, damn. Yeah. He finished off the game, which that made me happy. But I'm like, that's management right there. That ain't nothing to be concerned with. But I'm like Drummond and like Green. I mean, Green started almost 60 games last year, so he's got that experience. Like Ayo's a starter.
He's a starter.
It's like our backcourt, like Dragic could start and Caruso could start. Yeah, and Jones could start.
And technically, the way he's been playing this year,
the matchups are crazy. And Caruso could start. Yeah, and Jones could start. I hear a echo. I don't know if y'all hear it, but
that's me sharing the Facebook to the Facebook feed.
I got a question. So my biggest concern last year was like rim protection, having some type of containment for two guys, and that's in the East. That's Giannis and that's Embiid.
No doubt.
Embiid to 25 points last game. We just played them. We should have beat them, but we understand. I was pretty impressed the way we balled with them. I wish we would have won. That would have been great. We haven't played the Bucks yet. So that's like the biggest game that I'm thinking in my head. Like, I'm ready to see what we're going to do against the Bucks. Of course, they don't have Middleton, but I want to see what we're going to do down there with Giannis. We already know what Giannis is capable of, but I'm excited because that was my only concern. Me and Vito talked about rim protection. We got one of the best backcourts in the league. We good. We got a bench. We deep. We just need to stay healthy. If we don't get healthy, we don't get rim protection. Man, it's going to be a problem. So
That's a
think
fact.
like we may be there, y'all. We may be there.
Drummond is the key.
Yeah, Drummond is a
He's
very
the key.
vital, and we just need Vooch to keep rebounding at the output that he currently is.
And stop shooting so many threes.
Yeah.
I mean, I love how he's getting cross matches on wing players and guards off the pick and roll, and he just got to abuse that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
even against the Nets, he got KD on the switch, and he was attacking them in the post.
Yep.
We need him to do that all season, and we'll be A1.
He can sprinkle some threes in there. I mean, I'm not
Yeah,
mad
no
at him
doubt.
for shooting the threes. It's just sometimes they're untimely, and the untimely threes for your only rebound on the floor is just a bad look, no matter what. He can have 25 and 15 rebounds at that very moment. He
Yeah.
shoots that bad three when nobody's down at the rebound with 2 or 3 minutes left on the clock. That's a bad look, and I need to
See, that goes back to that Zach conversation about Zach shooting bad shots. Zach shoot a bad shot. We got an opportunity to get offensive rebound. We got weapons, but Vooch shoot a bad shot. That might be a fast break bucket going down because he can't get back. He's not number one man to get back. You know, back in the day, you shoot a jump shot, you number one man down back. Ain't no boxing out. You got to get back. He can't crash. So that's putting us in a very uncompetitive situation. And so if we can, tighten that up, like Vito said, like that'll put us in a really good position as well. And so back to what you were saying, bro, about those matchups, like him getting those matchups with those undersized bigs or those three guards, and like putting them in the post, bodying them. Like I want to see. I wish Vooch could had a decent fadeaway game. Like be awesome. It seemed like he athletic enough to pull that, but no, I don't know if that's part of his game, but that's something I would love to see, because if he could, bam, one dribble, boom, put the body on, come back, Dirk, fade away. That's a move that I feel like he can make. He's not afraid of the mid range.
He had that in his bag in Orlando.
Yeah,
he got it. He shows that every once in a while.
Yeah,
we need more of that Orlando bag, right?
At this point.
Yeah, we need a little more of that
bring
Orlando
that back out,
bag.
It's gonna be some trouble.
Yeah, Vooch, we need more of that Orlando bag.
We need more of that. Vooch, you hear us, bro? We need you.
Yeah, Vooch, we need some of that Orlando bag, man.
Yeah.
So far, hold on, let me find the right sound effect for this. No, it ain't been that.
Oh,
it ain't been that.
Not that.
Well, it's a little bit of that.
Nah.
Nah. It's been that.
Yeah.
For that Orlando bag. So, Vooch,
yeah,
we got to get rid of them crickets, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So,
he been playing though. I ain't mad at Vooch right now.
Well, last year
there's not really any player that I'm mad at right now on the board.
No, last year we were salty at Vooch, like big.
Yeah, we were salty at Vooch. We were salty at the fact that Patrick Williams was hurt early.
That's actually where I'm ready to go there. I'm ready to go there.
I was about brewing it up. Get it stirred up.
Get it stirred up.
Ready.
Yeah, get it stirred up. We don't want to immediately taste it before you got to sit down and have your salad before you have it.
Did we have the appetizer yet? Are you ready for the main entree?
Right, yeah, I'm ready for the main entree. That's the main course.
Okay, so before we go, obviously Pat Williams is such a lightning rod topic for the Bulls because of him being the fourth pick in this draft class. He's got high expectations, got a really high ceiling. I want to talk about Kobe White first. So far he's been pretty steady. Early in the season, I like what I've seen about Kobe. He looks 100% healthy.
Not too high, but not too low.
Right. He's been steady. He's been steady, and I think this is like the first time we've seen him just kind of like steady.
Yeah.
And that's actually a good sign, man. He's been attacking when he needs to attack. Jump shots looking good. Ball handling has been improved. Pause. All that good stuff. And I would, if there's anything, I like to see him be a little more aggressive, because I feel like he can get his shot and score whenever he wants. But he's playing within the Florida team, man. There's a lot of bucket getters on this Bulls roster.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
I
think he's playing his role probably perfectly. Yeah. I would, if I had any critique, and that's a critique for everybody, and I'm talking about everybody in the NBA outside of Steph Curry, got to get that percentage up a little bit more on the 3-point line.
Yeah,
That's a
That's
fact.
about it.
because we
Other than
need that.
that,
I
he's
mean,
solid.
that corner is always open. Like him and Ayo love the corner.
No
I
doubt.
like Ayo's hanging, boom. Like that corner is always open. And so
Yeah.
Kobe is, you know how like, hey, you build a team around this one player, but like we have seriously, we got guys who you could build lineups around. And
Oh,
then we can
100%.
elevate that game that we want to see from Kobe based on, hey, if we play San Antonio again and Kobe had what 19, went 7 for 14, he played 31 minutes. He had 19 points. He had 19 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. He went 7 for 14. So
And he
we
had
play,
tons of opportunities too. That's the
yeah,
thing about it.
we play a
Like
team
when
that's
he had
guard
no,
heavy.
when we
Imagine
didn't have
Kobe,
Zach out there, then he was able to
right?
go. So we haven't really
Exactly.
seen them kind of in the same flow and the same rhythm of the game. So we're still actually kind of in the same position we were in last year at the first 10 games.
Yeah,
Still don't have a whole team. We actually beat up right now when you really think about it. So
yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, man, we down on our main cogs, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what? Let's actually talk about that for a second. I don't expect Lonzo back this season.
I don't expect Lonzo back. Period.
oh, I was about to say that too, but it's almost one of those situations we're gonna get him back and he's gonna be back, or we're never gonna get him back.
Yeah.
Right. So it's
Yeah,
kind of
When you
it's really dead money, and that
right
hurts.
to like, and only it's only one person that we can take the dead money and be okay with because we love that man and we appreciate him. We a hometown kid. We've been through this situation before.
right.
95 million. You know what I'm saying? That we know it. We know this story and like you know honestly like 2 years. And then we got this team. We got this energy. We gelling. Ayo is going to be going in his third year with crazy confidence. He can start in the league for the Bulls and last for an entire season and postseason. He has what it takes. Um, I like Lonzo, but it's like, man, how much more can you take? Like what? Like we're waiting on this, and then we got to change up our entire program.
Yeah, we got to move on in a certain
Yeah,
way. I mean, just
And
like the NFL, just like every other sport, next man up.
that's true.
That moniker
And,
is really cheap and cliche, but
yeah,
and
you must move on to the
ultimately,
professional game.
you're getting that production from IO right now.
big time.
You're
And then
getting
you
that
got Dragic.
production.
Then like that's why they brought in Dragic. Like
Yeah, and
they
his
brought him
Yeah,
veteran
in.
presence.
he was a stopgap for
Yep.
Lonzo not being available,
And
and
they're
even
all
even in the interim, the interim and the future, like if we don't get him back, are we really out of position with a emerging IO and Dragic, and then you sprinkle in some I guess you could say Caruso. I guess you could say some
Kobe White,
Kobe.
Crusoe.
What are we doing long term with Kobe White if Lonzo is, let's say, an insurance write off for the
You
Bulls?
got to keep him.
Yeah, you got. I think that's why they been holding on to him for this long because they
I,
just so unsure and it's like, hey, we can't lose him and unless we package him up or it's a one off trade for another guard. He just not happy. It's one of them situations like, man, you're not happy. What do we really need? Like if we went out and packaged him up for a sharpshooter and a draft pick, like somebody that just balls out, that's just gonna shoot
true.
lights out, like a Duncan
The only
Robinson.
problem with Kobe being that the person that we're keeping, you still don't address the point guard position, and that's
Right.
the
He's more of a
real
combo.
issue.
He's
Yeah,
more of a
it
combo
literally
guy.
has
But
to be you for a point guard because that's what we really need. But then it's like, damn, and IO like,
but look at it like this too, fellas. Let's say Lonzo's out of the equation now, and
yeah,
you say you're gonna keep Kobe, but he's still kind of drafted over because is Kobe really gonna play when Dalen Terry emerges? Once he's right, he's gonna be there. He's gonna
yeah,
That's a
emerge.
good wild card right there, man.
Right?
yeah,
So you got still got a bunch of dudes playing the same combo guard position.
Yeah,
and still don't have a backup point guard because Ayo should be the backup point guard, but
we
he's not because he's
we got
starting.
him on the
They got to
shelf.
draft a point guard, right?
You got
So
to
it's like
thrust into
kind
the
of in a bad
starting
position.
role. Absolutely.
This boy this young man, and I want to call boy, this
Right.
young man is getting
The hoop
stronger.
heads. Get in here, hoop heads.
I didn't even think I forgot all about the young bull, man.
Yeah, Dalen
Yeah,
Terry, man. Like the Bulls have quality depth up and
Quality.
down the roster, man. And
yeah.
it's and I actually wanted to pivot this way as far as the quality depth. A guy who I really liked and I've known like on a personal level for a while. He was teammates with one of my best friends, Johnny O'Brien, that's hooping overseas. Played for the Bucks, played for the Hornets, and they were in the G League together. Derrick Jones Jr.
Mm,
Uh, very very athletic, provides us with a rim runner, which is something that I feel like is definitely an enhancement to what the offensive is. He's a high flyer. He's a guy that can catch the alley off the pick and roll. He's a rim run off screen roll, and a lockdown defender. So if that guy ever finds a jump shot, we got 5 more minutes for him. You know what I'm saying?
Look like he found it
Yeah,
yeah, they
thus
he's
far.
been
yeah they
right.
let him
He's
shoot.
knocking
They
that
let
thing
him shoot the
down.
tray
Come on.
ball. He hit 2 in a row last. He hit 2 in a row last night,
Yeah,
and
He's
like
shooting it with
that's
confidence too.
yeah, big time confidence builder. And like we have enough like mid level or low level teams in the East that we can use him and say, hey, go ball. Like
yeah.
yesterday, Green put up crazy minutes and like just balled out. He had 18 and 18-6 or something like that,
Oh
or
yeah.
17 and something. And like
Javante has been such a get for the
he been in
Bulls,
the he
man,
been in the lab all summer. You could
all
tell
summer
he
long.
got better. Like first game, you could tell. I text the group, Vito, and I'm like, you could tell Green been in the lab. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, that's what we need to see.
The thing
See,
Uh,
about the thing about it though, when you look at those guys, you're talking about Green and you're talking about Jones. I think why can't they be impact players, right? Why not? Why not
we
be impact players?
they
Is it
should
something
be.
in between the head? Like, is it between the ears? Because when you look at the physical nature of how they play, they're perfectly fit for the NBA's game right now. You're
Yep.
talking about rim runners, triply athletic dudes that just could bounce. They pogo sticks, both of them. Green's a little bit smaller, but he pogo stick. You see how many
Yeah.
tip dunks, and he's just jumping all over the
oh,
floor. And then you
absolutely.
got Jones, a little bit longer, a little bit more athletic, jumping all over the floor. He's a little bit more lighter in
Yeah.
terms of weight and power, but why can't these dudes be like top dogs in their role, not like superstars and that? I won't
Yeah.
get away and carried away with the expectations, but
This
why
is
can't
one
they
of
start in their
those.
roles?
This is one of those Bulls teams that when we get it together and we get 2 championships under our belt, and then those players like that have to become and have to have those max decisions, and we gotta, what I'm saying, unload them because we can't afford them no more. They can totally become those impact players on other teams.
Yeah,
But as
absolutely.
far as right now, it's like they can be impact players here, but it's like, man, there's so much talent. But like we said earlier, like, man, we got 5 guys coming off the bench that can start. We can put together 5 or 6 different lineups throughout the, 48-minute game. And that's like exciting because how can you study that on film? We got so many weapons. Like when the game is in our favor, right? Of course, like when it's tough games and like, hey, you're not about to take certain players off the court. But we have to make sure like we gotta start strong. We gotta start fast. That's how we get these guys playing time, right? We
Yeah,
have to have fast starts. We have to dominate. So in the fourth quarter, these guys can come in and ball out. We can't be starting the fourth quarter up by 2 or up by 3 when we should be up by 15, up by 20. And so that comes with the leadership, right? That comes with Zach taking better shots. That comes with DeRozan having a good game. That comes with Book not shooting crazy 3-pointers. You know what I'm saying? and that come with us with having rim protection and just putting all the pieces of the puzzle together. And like honestly, I don't see us, not putting our players like Green and Jones in position to have successful games at least 50% of the season. Because look at who we played last night. Like we probably should have blew them out by 40, 30, 40, right? I was so upset that we lost to San Antonio. We should have beat them by 10, 15. We kept leaving that corner open and we missed the
San
whole.
Antonio been getting everybody, so you can't really
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, man, that's
When
crazy.
we get into the full NBA segment, we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to peel back in that situation.
Yeah, that's a big layered up onion over there. It's pretty stinky too.
It's a smelly
it's a smelly onion. It's not a blooming onion. It's a smelly onion. It's one of these. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we gonna definitely cook. We definitely gonna cook when we get into the whole league in a little bit, man. But let's stay on topic because that's very tempting.
Yeah, we always get tempted by.
Matter of fact,
lots of chicken nuggets out there.
Michael Curtis in the chat. Major 7th, what up, man? And he gonna sit here in front like he a Pacers fan.
Yeah, they nice. They nice.
No, this is Cap. Don't let him fool you, Vito. This is Cap. That boy is a LeBron.
Oh,
he's like he's like Uncle Ruckus. He loves LeBron. Like Uncle Ruckus loves.
Oh, we pray for this man, real Lord, Father God, touch him right now.
So he's gonna put this in here. He's gonna put this. See, look at him. He's gonna put this in here.
Cap. Hey, I'm taking it as not Cap as right now because I agree with that. I don't know how they got their hands on Halliburton. That's foolishness.
That was a steal. That was a steal for them.
Wait, who did they give up for? Who did Sacramento get?
Remember they moved Sabonis.
Oh, he's a part of the Sabonis. Ooh,
he's a part of Sabonis deal.
Good. Okay, that makes sense.
It was some good.
That was fair.
It was some good interchangeable parts in that deal. It was some good value exchanged on both sides. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Nah, don't act like we know why you really here, Michael.
Oh, Cap.
We know why you're here, Michael.
Cappuccino.
We know why, and it starts with the fakers.
Yeah, we're gonna get into them later.
We're gonna get to them.
We're gonna get to them.
It's real bad.
All right, so 10 games in.
Has Jordan ever started 0-5 in his lifetime?
Ooh, absolutely not. Not even with the Wizards.
Not even at 42 years old.
Not even with the Wizards.
This dude ain't 40 yet. Don't get me started.
That's really tough.
Don't get me started.
Hey,
dude ain't 40 yet.
Also, I'm so quick before we jump back into the Bulls and then go into the NBA segment. Michael Jordan had those Wizards teams ready to make the playoffs before he tore his meniscus, of course, at 38. Yeah. At 38, tore his meniscus. 39, really.
And still was trying to hoop.
And almost had them boys in the playoffs. So Bron at 38 has to make the playoffs, bro. The Lakers, I don't care if it's the play-in. I'll take that. Because that team is absolutely.
I'd be shocked if they make the playoffs.
Anthony Davis is grabbing a body part every time he lands after a layup, a jump shot. Yeah, he run. He just
class man.
Hey man,
back at me.
Anthony Davis's body, bro. Yo, your body's calling, and it ain't R. Kelly. It's the physicians.
Every time out, I need an ice bath.
I can't lie, and Major, as a Lakers supporter, I know you get nervous every time that man falls or comes down awkward. Golly.
I guess he probably got some negative karma for not really repping the crew like he's supposed to.
It's that Packers jersey. It's that Packers jersey, man.
I try not to stir pots and stuff, especially that nature. But I never seen him do this in nothing than outside of the video I seen before he even made it to college. But I don't really like that.
Before he made it to college and got raped in the locker room.
Hollywood, my man got Hollywood. I ain't seen him around here, but I don't be
I'm
around
gonna
like
blame.
that.
I'm gonna blame it on him rocking that Aaron Rodgers jersey, bro.
It
That's
was tough.
See,
That was a tough.
exactly,
it's been
That was a
downhill
tough
since
decision.
then.
exactly. Ain't you born and raised Chicago? You one of those assholes
See,
that
man,
rep the
We
Packers,
got a lot of them. It's
trying to
really
be an
sad.
antagonist?
Yeah.
Who the hell are you,
I
Edgar Allan
saw
Poe? Get out of here!
me and my fiance were in the store, and I saw a lady, and we were in like Home Goods, and the lady had a Packers jersey on, and I literally felt the hair on the back of my neck raise up. I said, man, we gotta go. There ain't nothing in this store that interested me.
Right.
Why are
like,
we here?
No more.
like, what are you
Interested in
doing,
a
lady?
brawl.
It's tough, bro. It's really
Tough, man. It's tough. But Patrick Williams, the lightning rod of the current Bull season.
Well, I'm about to put my how you get your napkin out.
There we go. Get the bib on. Get that bib on.
Knock
There
it
you
out.
go.
Yeah.
It's
About to
dinner
get
time.
real messy out here.
Gonna get real
dinner.
messy. No,
Crab
Patrick
legs
Williams
messy.
played very well last night. And I'm
Absolutely.
thinking as I'm watching the game, I'm like, what am I gonna say about this dude tomorrow? Because he is playing tonight. Ugh. But he played the night before too.
Mm-hmm.
But he hadn't played too much before those games.
Yeah. And
So
he's got some pretty lofty
What do we do?
expectations, man. Remember on our season preview, we had y'all in the comments. We would talk. I was hearing stuff like 15-7 and 14-9, or it's a bust for him. And I was hearing some pretty lofty stuff, man. And I'm gonna go ahead and say this, and then I'm gonna let y'all cook. But I feel like we have so much depth and star power at this point that I'm willing to let. What is Patrick? He's 21, 22 now.
Yeah.
I'm willing to see it through till he's 24, 25.
Yep.
Like, give him a chance to develop, man. Like, the instant gratification with this society is something insane. Like, so he's 21. The kid is 21.
21 years old. Yeah.
Io is way older than this kid already.
Right.
Like,
so you gotta give him a chance. They made a key point. I was watching the post game last night, and they were talking about how we've basically forced him into positions that he's never been in. So you expect this man to become an NBA superstar at 21 years old when he's never been a star on any team he's ever played on.
He didn't even start. He
Never
didn't
been
even
a
start
star.
for Florida State. He didn't even
He didn't start for Florida State. He damn near didn't start in high school. I mean, he started in high school, but he wasn't the man. He went.
That was my biggest thing. Was I had actually when I text you, I was like,
yeah,
I'm not necessarily want to get rid of him, but based off of his life experience as a basketball player, growth spurt, everything, he's used to coming off the bench and being a contributor and a star. We know one of the coldest point guards that could start on any team in Jamal Crawford, my man's, wanted to come off the bench. That was his thing, right?
He thrived that way.
I think Jamal Crawford had a comment about that, about comparing him to himself. Like, look, I came off the bench and I made a hell of a career for myself.
Big time career, bro. How you be basically a max player coming off the bench? Like every team wanted you. They couldn't wait for you to become a free agent. But with Pat Williams, it's like, do you bring him off the bench to groom him to become a starter? Because I see him play so much better with the second unit at times. He's averaging 23 minutes a game. So the last 3 games, he averaged more than 30 points. 30 minutes. So 32 minutes against Philly, 31 minutes against Brooklyn, 33 minutes against Charlotte. Then the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games was 28, 24, 16, 15, 15, and 20 minutes. And so you can tell that our coaching staff is really lenient with this play. It's very hey, let's customize. Let's toss him in here with this group. Let's lessen his minutes a little bit. If Green come in at the 4, we know Green's going to produce. If Green is balling, cool. Because it's like they're not busting his balls and trying to break him. They're being extremely patient with him, because we got so much help and so many and two other players off the bench that can come in and play his position well to where we can actually afford to groom this young man. But the question is, do we continue to start him or should we just go ahead and let him come off the bench and just come in and produce and be hungry and run with the second unit? And that's like a huge decision to make.
Where does the decision come from though? Like
that's tough.
That's the real question. How do we look? How are we supposed to look at a fourth pick in the draft on a team that's pretty much built for him? Kind of. If you really look at it, like we're putting a lot in the fact that we kind of got a lot of limbo between the 3 and the 4 because he's a natural 3. But we want him to play the 4 in the small ball basketball
small ball lineup, right?
Lineup. So is it his primary responsibility on our team is to guard the best player in the world, typically a KD, LeBron, a Kawhi, or whoever that guy. To ask him to be a great scorer, right? Right. They're asking him to be Luol Deng, but more, really.
Yeah, because he got to get down there and bang. And Luol was a pure. He started at the 3, and they asking this man to be Luol Deng and more. You know, the 4 is like literally the eyes and like you got a point guard, boom, you the field general. The 4 is like the field general for bigs. Like 4s are traditionally taking the ball out. 4s are trailing. 4s are getting down, making things happen, setting screens. A lot that pick and roll games. So like literally, like our offense is like really our offense and our team is set up for him to like be extremely successful. So is it a mental thing? Because
I'm thinking I just think you made an extremely T-Red made a great point about just his natural I guess evolution as a hooper, man. Like he's used to being in a support role. He's a beta. He's definitely not an alpha dog. And that's fine. You just have to define this role and kind of look away from his draft position at this point, man. I mean, he's 21 years old. I mean, if you really think about it, everybody's like, we want him to be more aggressive and score more and stuff like this, but where is his shots going to come from? I mean, you got Vooch need his touches.
Yep.
You know DeRozan going to eat his touches.
Yep.
Zach need his touches.
Yep.
Like where are his shots?
But he's still low in the pecking order when you outside of those 3 guys.
Exactly.
I'm like, hey, by that point alone, right there is enough reason. If we want him to score more, coaching staff, then we
bring
have
him
to
off
bring
the
him off
bench.
the bench.
Indeed, I'm in favor of Pat being like the 6th man. You know what I'm saying? Bring him off the bench. Be more confident. He'll have the ball in his hands more.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And other than that, he's going to have to I feel like the evolution in his game would be if he's going to run with the starters, he's just got to be constant motion out there, setting screens. He stands in the corner a lot with the starters.
Bobby Portis, bro.
There you go. Be Bobby Portis.
Be Bobby Portis. And more athletic. Bobby, where are you?
Bring Bobby's world back.
Hey, he
Bobby,
punched his way out of
Bobby at
Chicago.
the gas station one day. I think he thought I was going to try to rob him. I'm like, no. I met him at the gas.
He got them hands like Leroy. Yeah.
I was at Rush. You know that it's a BP right across the street from Rush Hospital.
Indeed.
I ran up on him at the gas station. I took a little selfie with him and all that. It was cool. But yeah, Bobby got that and he was like, "Who are you?"
The crazy eyes. Hold on, Trap. He saw you in all that red. He was like, "Man, I ain't know his blood's in Chicago."
Right? He's like, "What happened, bro? I'm all well. I swear to God."
He like these blows running down on me.
Off Friday.
But nah, man. I think Pat's gonna be just fine. I love that DeRozan is taking him under his wing, man. It's just gonna take a little longer than we thought. And Bulls fans, you guys got to be patient, man, because once it all clicks for that kid, I think I think he's going to be an
Well
extremely
worth the wait.
valuable piece. Because the time to move him was in the offseason, if you didn't believe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was the time to move him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
definitely not a bust at all.
nah, he's definitely. I mean, you're asking this kid to go and guard the hardest position in the NBA to guard, which is the wing. Like
Yep.
we're talking
Top
about
level wing, the big wing,
The big wing, the
guy.
stretch
Yeah.
four,
stretch
He-
fours
He's
and
responsible for KD,
the stretch 3.5,
Giannis
4, 5.
Antetokounmpo,
Like, come on now.
he's got to
LeBron
guard.
James.
He's got to guard Hall of Fame level talent
Yeah.
on any given night. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like a night like last night against the Hornets is where he's like, okay, I can go out here and score a little bit more. I ain't got to check Kawhi Leonard or LeBron or somebody
Right.
that's you're exerting so much
Uncheckable.
energy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
That's
then,
uncheckable.
and then you got the ref. You know, they got these guys got the refs in their pocket.
No,
You know what I
respect.
mean?
You're a rookie.
You get no respect,
no
and
respect.
you got to go out here and guard these guys, man. So
Right. This is second full year.
yeah, because you know,
He missed a
we
lot of
pretty
time
much
from injury. For
yeah
sure.
we pretty much and I think that's kind of the stunt in his growth a little bit is showing because I think he was about to really ascend when he had the wrist injury.
His
really-
confidence level was crazy not the preseason, the summer league, the year before last or that year, and then he came in, and we knew he was gonna be straight, but when he got injured, like you said, like that, and we sometimes we forget it, like the world moves so fast, everything moves so fast, and then we get to judging, and then we got to go back and look at the timeline. Let's look at what happened, what transpired. Like we wanted him to be a star. We know he's a role player that came off the bench that we want to become a star. He would have had that opportunity to develop last season, but he missed that. So we need to be evaluating him as if this is his first full season in the Chicago Bulls.
One thing you got to look at too is even let's say we're talking about looking back. Last season, he had a 38-point game at the end of the year. He's like 38, 7, and 8.
Yeah.
But he came into the playoffs and got destroyed and looked like a chump. So it was like,
do
we believe the 38 or do we believe the chump? And the chump was out there for 5 games.
Put him in the middle and say, I'll be optimistic. And by Christmas time, we should be balling out.
Yeah. I mean,
ring-a-ling-a-ling, ding-ding-dong.
Yeah, I was hoping that we would be where we are right now after 10 games. Few more wins. I was hoping for a few more.
At least two or three. Two for
because
sure.
we dropped a few that we definitely should have got, but we also won. I say 1 or 2 that we probably shouldn't have won. So kind of hard to say. It's really also we beat Boston, beat the hell out of Boston.
Beat them.
Nobody expected that.
Yeah.
Not only did we beat them, we beat the brakes off them. So that's one that we can give back for a few of the other ones that we, Cleveland. That was a buzzsaw. We didn't have a chance in the game. That Donovan Mitchell was just a demon.
Was that our third game?
Yeah,
in 4 days.
Yeah, 3 games in 4 nights right there. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it was gas. I was like, yeah.
It wasn't.
Mitchell
we didn't have Zach, right?
Fire. Yeah, that won't happen again.
Right.
Big old facts, man.
Who else we lose to? Utah.
Yeah, they caught us. Utah been catching everybody slipping, man.
Been catching everybody, but
yeah,
them. And what's crazy is Laurie Markkinen is tearing it up in Utah.
Yeah, man. They favor that type of player.
Exactly.
Well, they got Claxton. I mean, not Claxton.
Clarkson
and
Sexton is balling.
Utah,
I mean they still got veteran presence with Conley.
Utah and Denver, man, they love them boys out there in the mountains, man. Them boys can they look where they from. They from high elevated European, like they wear this is what they wear in the wintertime back at home in Serbia or wherever. They be outside with t-shirts on. They good. They
T-Red,
hanging out there.
T-Red said that Laurie Marketing is genetically disposed to playing well in the Caucasus Mountains of Utah.
Vladimir Putin.
Hey, we better be careful, man. We gonna end up we gonna be like Kyrie in a minute, man. We better be careful. Man, we better be careful, man. So
shout out to Kyrie.
Real quick. Pleasant surprise for the Bulls right now.
Pleasant surprise for the Bulls.
Goran Dragic.
Yes.
Mr. Goran Dragic.
Hell, Dragic.
My pleasant
what
surprise
are you doing,
Dragic? Would be Jones.
Jones.
Derrick Jones?
Yeah. I had no idea he was gonna come back with that jumper. That's dangerous.
Yeah. That's
if he has a jumper, he's gonna see way more minutes.
Yeah. My pleasant surprise is definitely Green because
Devontae.
He was surprising me though.
I just feel like his game got much better, and like he's scoring way more. Like he was slashing and grabbing rebounds and getting put back, but like he's actually scoring like real like buckets.
The thirst of his game that he's had, and it just always seemed like he was gonna work hard. I almost feel like it's the sky's the limit. I think the dude might be a star. How old is he?
20. Is
he over 25 yet? Because I'm
thinking Devontae might be 26, 25 or 26 at the oldest.
I was just looking at that yesterday because I posted. He's 29.
Oh, see, he too old. He ain't gonna be.
I was finna say 28. Yeah, he's 29. Yeah,
Devontae Green is 29.
Yeah,
jumping like that.
He got drafted in 2015.
That's right.
Hey, he been in the league that long.
So he did. That's right. He did some D League stints.
Yeah, he did.
And
then,
that
just mean we got him at prime time because that means he's just ready.
He's in his prime.
That's why he's playing the way he's playing. 28, 29 years old.
Potsy confirmed that for us. Yep, 29. T-Red on the research, 29. So
he's only had 29. He only had 3 real NBA seasons, 2019 to 21 with Boston. You know he wasn't playing for real. And that was when Boston was actually balling, so we would have heard his name a bunch of
absolutely times. Stuck in the log jam at that position for sure in Boston.
This is the year. And then the same thing for your pleasant surprise, Vito. Like he's older, but when you look at the minutes played in the past, like it don't compare to not that many miles on his leg.
So he's no wear and tear.
No wear and tear. Like we actually
got a lot of tread.
Which is why we could be banged up in other areas, but we still got guys that can come in and like and like, you know, kind of plug and like, yeah, you're not gonna be exactly what we're missing, but it's enough for us to win games. And like once we come back fully,
those guys
come back fully healthy, that's gonna be extremely scary for the league, bro. It's gonna be scary for everybody.
100% health, I can see us winning it. If we can get to
us coming out the East, like I put it up there before the season started. I'm like,
if we can get Lonzo back at full health, if we can go into the playoffs at full health, not just a guy that's tweaked and coming back and we don't know about him. If we come in with that 12 steam rolling, I do feel like we can beat anybody.
It's tough. It's gonna be tough to beat us.
That's
everybody in the league.
Very lofty prediction, T. Hey, T, that's a very lofty prediction. Bulls coming out the East.
I put it up.
I gotta win it all. If Lonzo is back healthy, we can win it.
Win it all.
Yes,
bro.
Ooh, absolutely.
Now and here's the thing: we set those our conversation from last year when we first started having the conversation was, where are we, and what do we need to?
Why not? Why can't we beat the
championship? And the only thing that we had that was an Achilles heel, was an issue, was our rim protection. That was it. Alonzo was healthy. This was right after preseason. We did an introduction with Jones. We was excited about that because we had just picked him up, and everything was just rolling. And we like, yo, what are we missing? Rim protection.
What are we missing? What are the reasons why can't we beat Giannis? Why can't we beat him? He's been beaten by other people.
Posse said Giannis is gonna beat us.
He got one ring.
Yeah,
one ring. How many seasons? How many times have Giannis won the championship?
Giannis about to start.
It may be his time. We don't know, but it may be DeMar DeRozan's time.
Ooh,
We don't know.
But you got every team in the East is
this some
preparing for
hot
Giannis.
fish grease take right here.
Heck
Every
yeah.
team in the East preparing for Giannis. So he about Giannis. Yeah. This is gonna be a long season for Milwaukee.
Who said that somebody else don't knock Giannis out before we get to him?
That's what I'm
Hey.
saying. Every team is preparing for Giannis. Every team is like, hey,
y'all standing like he's standing in the doorway to the championship, but he only been there twice.
It's two dominant players in the East. Giannis.
I love him. Don't get me wrong. I love Giannis.
And the big boom, Mr.
He's
Boom,
definitely the
big
greatest
boom
player
Bostic over there in
of
Philly.
this current time. But
we contain them two boys. It's gonna be like, and we got that. Like, yo, you gotta, hey, man, Drummond.
How do we stop Giannis? How do they stop us if we full strength?
Like
full strength Bulls with Lonzo?
That's be tough.
How do you beat us if you got full strength Bulls with Lonzo Ball?
See, that's a huge thing because I don't expect Lonzo to be there at all this year.
And that's probably why my take is so hot, because we may not even be able to see it.
That's tough because I really think we're gonna trade dude. But if he does come back, like, what is up? Like, what is it? They just keep pushing it back. They keep finding new things in the same knee. Like, he didn't get the surgery properly. Like, he's not.
It's a hush situation.
Lonzo
not really revealing much about it.
Lonzo tore his ACL for real. They ain't saying nothing, bro.
Yeah,
it had to, bro, because we talking about a dude still talking about he can't do anything. He said he can't walk pain free right now off of bone bruise. Off of a bone bruise, bro. Like, a bone bruise is a 4 to 6 weeks, and you 100% no setbacks.
They better send him to China and get him some of that Kobe treatment.
So you talk about send him over there and let him spin the blood around in his knee?
You better go do something.
I'm afraid he's Brandon Roy, man. Like, with the knee, bro.
Lord, that's a heartbreaker.
I'm afraid he's Brandon Roy with the knee, man. Like,
yeah,
we talking about a dude that's what Lonzo's 24.
He very young.
24, and he talking about he can't, he's not pain free off of a bone bruise. That ain't no bone bruise, man. Yeah.
And that's probably a big part of the whole cahoots thing, the curse and all this foolishness we talked about in the pregame. Lonzo Ball is a part of the Jordan curse.
Hey,
with him we would win.
I think the Bulls' real curse is Dr. Brian Cole at Rush Medical Center. That dude is killing people, man. Like, no, look, they almost killed Luol Deng. They tried to kill D Rose. Now they killing Lonzo, man. What we doing over there at Rush Hospital, man?
Man,
look,
Rush.
Man. What we doing over there at Rush Hospital, man?
Rush just built a whole brand new building too, so they making some bread over there.
Yeah, because they keep sending the Bulls back in there for these surgeries.
They're a top 50 hospital in the country. So
yeah,
top 50 hospital in the country, and they getting all the Bulls top players to operate on.
Yeah, exactly. So, look, but it's a business, so you got to keep business.
All right, so let me see Potsy talking about real quick. Shout out to Potsy, man. He been front and center all night, man.
Hey, Potsy,
all the hoop heads at, man. Get in here,
for real, bro. Like,
where
big
are
facts,
you,
man.
Because we tell you to jump on this next time we was going.
No doubt. Yeah, hey, Potsy, man. Like, so that was one of our things me and Vito talked about, man. Whoever was giving us the most engagement and interaction, you know what I'm saying, we'll get the co-host, man. So next week, Potsy, get ready, man. Make sure, I don't know how you be having like the worst phones possible, bro, but make sure your phone is upgraded, man. Because next week you go co-host, you go kick it with the brothers, man. You come jump on here and co-host with us. But let's see. Bone fragments in the knee from it's Brian Cole. I'm putting that in the chat. Brian Cole. I said brain. He ain't got no brains.
How do you get bone fragments from a surgery? That's
Rush Hospital.
Rush job, perhaps.
That man is over here tearing up more Bulls than the bad boy Pistons.
They should have sent that boy to Loretto.
Right.
They would have did it right over there.
Hey, like on the last show we had, shout out to the Bigs, shout out to the brothers over at the Bigs, man. Eugene McIntosh, he told us it's from inside the building. Joakim Noah had his own personal doctors and they was finding him. He didn't care. He's like, I'm not going to Rush Hospital, bro.
Joakim
I got my own.
was the smartest.
That's why he was able to survive.
Yeah.
Because think about it, man. The other two of that core almost died.
Yeah.
D Rose had so many knee injuries. That man talking about, I gotta make it to my kids' graduation, man. I had 18 operations.
Right.
But you got Lou Alday, he's sitting up there under the Spinal Tap Act. So, hey man, Rush Hospital, man, get it together over there, man. Y'all killing the Bulls. Playoff
Get it
chances.
together,
man. Right now, real talk, man. So, we gonna segue. Let's stay here in the Eastern Conference, fellas. Man, the Eastern Conference is loaded. Man, top to bottom. Like, if you get a play-in spot in the East, that's not a L this year. Like, that's hard earned. Getting a play-in, getting that 9th, 10th seed in that play-in, that's you hoop this year.
I think both divisions, though. I think the West and the East.
It's tough. It's
tough.
tough. The league is tough now.
The Blazers finally got a team. Like,
I like Anthony Simons, boy.
Yeah,
that kid is nice.
Nice.
That kid is nice. They got to play their rook a little more over there in Portland. We're gonna talk about that in a second.
Which one? You talking about Shaden?
Yeah.
Boy, wow.
They got to play him a little more.
They got to put that boy in the game. I don't know who.
Let him hoop.
But he could be next level.
Yes,
absolutely. That could be the new guy in terms of flight.
We go big facts, bro. Yeah. We gonna get to the Western Conference, man. We over here in the Eastern Conference.
Right.
We just argued. You guys had a compelling argument about the Bulls possibly coming out the East. I personally am shocked and appalled by those
allegations.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm not a crook. You know what I'm saying? I'm under the Richard Nixon Act. I'm throwing my hands up. You know what I'm saying? But no, I can see it. But I also am like
realistically, we threw out an unrealistic scenario, right? Because there's no such thing as perfect health, and there's also no such thing as
standing on that with
Ball coming back.
Milwaukee, bro.
We're not gonna see Lonzo Ball walking through that tunnel full health, and the rest of the Bulls are just waiting on him full healthy. Like, hey guys, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
That's not gonna happen. But what I said, if that was to happen, we could beat anybody.
Hey, when is Middleton coming back?
Who knows? He got one of them.
He's injured
by now type of situations. Ain't been back too.
He's injured as well. They need Middleton, man. We saw that.
So we got Milwaukee 7-0 right now. Great, phenomenal start to the season.
No doubt.
Cleveland. I mean, as soon as I knew they was good last year because they just went from 10th to like 5th in like 2 days. It was weird.
I got them boys in the East Finals, man.
Raptors, Hawks, Celtics, Bulls, Wizards, Sixers, top 8. That's 8. Then you got
8 right now.
9, 10, 11, Heat, Knicks, Pacers.
Woo.
Yeah, Heat low.
Yeah. That's
current standings.
Yeah, standings.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm like,
and then
Heat not making it. Wait a minute.
So when you look at that, it's like you said, it's not a bad thing if you come into the play-in based off
get that play-in.
Yeah, like that's gonna be really that's gonna be a tough
grind to get it.
That's health though. I see Philly falling off now because both of their stars unhealthy.
Yeah,
you gotta drop Philly out of that. It's gonna. So if you
Philly gonna have to really make up a lot of ground. Yeah,
you might be in trouble because these teams ain't gonna really let up.
Yeah,
Philly stars are unhealthy, physically health, and we gotta look at mental health. So Brooklyn, all the way messed up, bro.
They're done. They're gonna have to do something. They're done.
They might cancel their whole season, bro.
I got a crazy hot take right quick, man. Hot take alert. Is Ben with 2 E's Simmons gonna be out the league in the next year or two?
Potentially.
Who's gonna take that dude off your hands with that contract?
Man,
see the problem it's the contract versus, right? You got to play the versus game. The immense potential, but ain't really potential because he trash. Because he got so many major flaws in his game. The potential, even at his peak, is not that great. But he's so far down when it comes to the mental space versus the salary expectation, right?
100%.
He's not gonna take no low bread, and then at some point they're gonna say to hell with you.
And
Prove
nobody
get out of here. And he's
nobody's gonna take a flyer on that contract and that and what that production.
Yeah, bro.
So
that was a very big. That was just. I remember Ben coming out of LSU.
I ain't like him then.
I liked him. I
did not like him then.
I thought he was gonna develop a jumper and be nice.
See, I like
super cold on the 2K too.
I like Shorty. That came out of damn man. I'll come back to it. Oklahoma.
Same year.
I think no, man. I'm talking about Buddy Hield.
Oh, Buddy Hield. Yeah.
I like Buddy Hield. I remember because it was them as the two. Everybody was pretty much talking about college ball, right? I knew Buddy Hield. He just had that dog mentality. But everybody was really the reason why they was on Ben because they kept comparing Ben to LeBron. It was like this is gonna be the next LeBron James.
That's extremely unfair.
They kept
extremely unfair.
They just kept giving it to that man. Like
but
before he got to the league, like that was the comparison, and then boom.
I had a huge indictment on him in college, right? He was supposed to be this all-world, all-around LeBron-esque player, right?
Real talk.
He couldn't get them boys to the tournament. Man. In the SEC.
I always got that indictment on all dudes.
Who was his agent that
after Kentucky
that contract?
You know what I'm saying? After Kentucky, you got to get to the tournament. You got to get to the tournament, man. And I was watching his jump shot mechanics in college, and I was like, man, he better get that nipped in the bud right now, because if he gets to the league and guys figure that out about him and it becomes mental, he may never recover from it. And look where we at today, man.
This dude, where we at today.
I don't care what nobody say. I feel like he's faking injuries, or he's just that awful.
He been doing that,
and I feel like he's super sandbagging, bro. And I feel like I feel like he's so bad right now in terms of where he should be as a player that they just would rather not even play him at all, just to try to protect whatever little potential that's left. Like they can't even play the kid, man. They just sit him, because if he plays, we're gonna find out he's super trash, and then now we're stuck with him.
But a lot of that is mental, because a big part of what he brings to the table as a player is to be able to be a lockdown defender. So forget about how you get with the basketball in your hand and shooting air balls and all that scary shit, right? He's supposed to be a lockdown defender. He's supposed to be able to go out there and lock whoever down. He can't do that no more either. So
exactly, that was the value there for him.
Stability at all.
He had huge value as a lock, and now that's gone. So now it's literally nothing.
And he's got no protection. He don't got it's just there from no coach, no veteran leadership.
He's in a worse case. With those two guys,
he's surrounded by everything that a player like him needs, everything that he needs, he doesn't have. He's living a nightmare right now.
But it's his fault. I don't care what nobody says.
That's true.
It's his own damn fault.
It's his own personal purgatory. Look at it. So, okay, of course, Embiid, right? His personality is really asshole. Right? He's not a nice guy, right?
But he be crying and shit.
But he be crying and shit. So he's really not a tough guy, but he's a chump, right? But he's not a nice guy. So he's not going to be nice to this mentally soft dude either, right? So now flip him over to where he's at now. He's playing with KD, one of the most prickly superstars I've ever played in the game, right? Always got an attitude with every single body he come in contact with, reporters, fans. He just always got a chip on his shoulder, which is fine if you're going to go out there and win championships on it. but he ain't the type of dude that need to be in the locker room with a dude that's a head case. He's like, the hell with this dude. This dude's a chump.
Right.
He can't help me win. Fuck him.
Fuck
Then
him.
and right then now you got Kyrie Hotep, man. He bigger than the team. He bigger than himself. He bigger than everything.
He's the
man,
planet.
and
He's the universe.
He in a bad space. He in a bad spot.
Yeah, it's tough, man. So what do you do?
Was that Ben for Draymond? Hey, that that would be
Ben
amazing.
for Draymond. What y'all say, fellas? What y'all
I
say?
love that for both parties.
I wouldn't deny it.
He need the Golden State Warriors coach.
He need that coaching.
He needs his camaraderie. He need to be around all the super light skinned dudes.
Right.
He need to be on
right
with the rest of the light skinned delegation.
Man, that'd be the coldest light skinned team in NBA history, like for real.
But Draymond would be perfect for them.
Draymond would
be perfect for them right now.
Yeah, because KD,
he would be the leader. He would come in that locker room and say, "Hey, all you bitches, guess what, KD? I'm back. I'm leaving.
Right, I'm back.
Right. Did you miss me?
You can't run for me. You can't run for me.
Go get your eye. Go get this eye jammy in practice, boy.
Then for Draymond, wow.
Run down on
I never thought about that one. Yeah,
and wouldn't be nothing he can do about it.
Can you imagine how much light skin just effervescence?
Light skin dominance.
God, Jordan, being with 2E. I gotta say his name like that, bro.
The league ain't about tough guys no more, so they'll still win it.
Well, remember last year, bro, we talked about that. We was talking about beta versus alpha.
Oh yeah.
And you had brought that up, bro, about him being like it's the betas is just this is the year of the betas, bro. It's really tough. No more. You won't see any more Jordans and Kobe's, and that's done. Those attitudes, those personalities, that's dead. That's so far gone, bro.
So far gone.
Like
it's a foregone.
It's
time.
Tough, man.
Everybody want to be best friends now. Like
everybody want to be homies, man.
Friend ball. Ain't nobody got no attitude. Ain't nobody been woofing.
Ain't nobody dominating. Like just say, hey, I'm just going to dominate this game. I'm gonna dominate the game of basketball on a day-to-day, game-to-game, year-to-year basis. That's why Jordan is the greatest of all time.
You got to put Kobe in there too.
And
Not to put Kobe up there with Mike, but Kobe tried to do what Mike did.
Dominate.
And what Mike did was separate himself, the man Michael Jordan, from the player.
Yep.
The player was the nastiest dog you ever seen in your life. Like this guy's
100%.
You hate this man. Right? Off the floor, he's a nice guy. He smile with you, you shake your hand and all that. Kobe wasn't even like that. Kobe wouldn't shake your hand off the court either. I hate you on the court and I hate you off the court. And that's how I gotta have that edge. I'm none of this
last of a dying breed, man.
I'm gonna be shaking it on no damn speedboat.
Yeah, that's how you know they've got the originator who can play those two roles, and then you got the guy that wants to be that, but he can't distinguish between the two because he got so overly consumed with it that it took over his personal life as well as
he hit that low because he was chasing it.
He was chasing.
He thought he was there, and he was on his heels, and then he.
So imagine if LeBron tried that, he was self-destruct because he's not built that way.
He's too built. He's too team built.
Jordan, super dog.
Success.
Kobe in the middle.
Ain't mad at him for it, but
Brian is just way over there, and that's
I'm more mad at his fans than him. Man,
Brian.
Yeah. Man, we gonna get them. We gonna get them. They time to cook out west there. Let's wrap up the Eastern Conference. So, couple
Detroit.
more sleeper teams.
I know they're gonna get the bottom, but
we're not talking about Cleveland enough, man.
No, I really don't want to talk about Cleveland.
Right.
We're not talking about Cleveland enough.
I saw them last year. I'm telling y'all, when they picked up that boy, I'm not gonna say his name.
Look, they got
that boy up.
They got subtraction. I mean, addition by subtraction, really, because they didn't even play. Like Sexton didn't even play last year.
Nope,
100%.
And
He
Laurie
raw pine.
Marketing was doing a lot of bench riding last year. Like he didn't play that much. He didn't play over Kevin Love. He didn't play over Evan Mobley. He didn't play over Jerry Allen.
And then they got
They tried to put him at small forward, and he didn't fit. So he had to go.
you got young guys ready to hoop over there.
Yeah, the only thing
like
about
Isaac
them,
Okoro and all them guys,
yeah,
they got guys ready to hoop.
I can see them
Harris,
potentially burning out because they don't have the depth that Chicago.
They may not have the depth. You might be right.
That I can see them potentially burning out.
They could. You may be right. They don't go really 10 deep strong.
Now they go. I mean, last game they won. They won. This is an overtime game.
Yeah, Chetty Osman.
They went seven. They went seven. Healthy.
They went 7.
Then it's interesting in the playoffs with Cleveland.
With Cleveland,
if they stay healthy and they make the playoffs, because the rotation is going to shrink anyway in the playoffs.
Yeah, everybody rotation shrink in the playoffs.
You playing 8 or 9 guys at the most.
9.
Yeah.
So if they could stay healthy, man, they're going to be scary in the playoffs because they got shot makers, they got rim protections, they got slashers, they got athletes.
Yeah,
you ain't got no depth in the year. You're not gonna stay healthy. You out the year though.
Like they starting 5 is guaranteed all 5 of them to be in double digits, and that's like something that we need. Like that's the conversation for the Bulls with Pat Williams. Like
exactly,
we got to get Pat Williams to be a double digit performer.
Man, 12-13 a game, Pat. That's
it, bro.
10.
That's a putback. That's 5 made free throws.
That's 10 points every game.
That's 4 made free throws. 2 3-pointers because he gonna shoot the 3. That's 10 points right there. 2
couple rim runs.
Look, we can make it even more simplistic. That's 1 3, 1 layup or dunk, and 5 free throws.
Right, and one of those gonna be an and one.
There so that's your 5 free throws. 10. They go your 10.
Is an and one. That's 6 points.
I saw.
We got a 3-pointer. Got an and one. That's 3. That's 6. So
I saw him have he created this amazing mid-range move, and it was a fadeaway from the corner. It was so beautiful. And when you said that took him under his wing, I was like, that makes sense.
Yeah, DeRozan all summer. He was in California all summer with DeRozan.
Yeah, so but yeah, man, like that's easy. That's how those are conversations like, hey, bro, look, 10 points is what we need. Like for you to be a producer, 10 and 8, if you can get double, that's fine. But we got Vooch grabbing 16, 17, 18 rebounds. 5 to 7 of them is offensive rebounds.
Drummond is we gotta pay attention to how we use Drummond the rest of the season too, because I think we talked about that in the preseason show. You could technically, if it depends on the matchup, let's say we play against a Minnesota or somebody that run bigs. Now you can actually put Drummond and Vooch in the game at the same time.
That's what I was about to remember.
That's kind of dangerous for the other team if it's clicking because you got a definite rebounder down there. Now you got 2 rebounders, and Vucevic loves to hang around that line, so it's not gonna clutter up anything.
Because look at Milwaukee. Big
They play 2 bigs a lot, right?
Big, so they started 5. They got 2 big dudes. Yeah. So that's I think I put it in the text like, and we were talking about like, hey, Boots, like, man, if we could position him into the stretch 4 position, he's like, yeah, but he can't guard off the ball. He's a little too slow off the ball. But I'm like, how can we? What team could we put together? What lineup could we put together for those 2 to be on the court at the same time?
They got 3 guard, 3
bigs. This is pertaining to Cleveland.
Oh, yeah, but right. I 100% agree.
Yeah,
they got 3 bigs, 3 guards, and everybody else is like, yeah, maybe, yeah. I give them Okoro. I like Okoro, so they got 7.
I'm gonna say this: they're not better than the Bulls.
You said what?
I'm gonna say they're not better than the Bulls.
They're not. From 1 to 7, they may be, but when you get past 7, it's a huge drop off. And once you get past 7 to us, you still got heavy hitters coming.
Match their backcourt up with ours.
See, for me, Darius Garland trumps anybody we could roll out there at the point. He's worth like 3 of our guys at the point right there. He's a two-way.
You talking about roster, current roster? You talking about the whole entire
With Lonzo, he better than Lonzo.
Hell no.
Darius Garland is better than Lonzo.
He's
Ball.
better, but he ain't way better. He ain't trumping him.
But he ain't never there.
He ain't never there.
Availability is the best ability.
Hey, Darius Garland been out too, though.
But he ain't been out like Lonzo been out.
Yeah, that's true.
Darius Garland gonna be there for the offs. We talking about Lonzo just be off.
I just know his
Yeah.
confidence. His
Off
confidence
days.
is on steroids right now after dropping 29 and 12. 29 points, 12 assists. That's against Boston.
You can run a lot of cats at him too, though.
Yeah.
When
So
we talk about Darius Garland,
yeah.
he ain't battle ready. He ain't battle tested. Show me some true playoff moxie before I start.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, our roster ain't battle tested.
It ain't, but it's more battle tested than theirs.
I mean, think about it. Zach just got his first taste of the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
We done seen DeRozan flame out in the playoffs year after
He been
year.
in a lot of them though.
Vooch, but
He was in a lot of them though. Will
he got the experience, but he
Got
ain't
the
never took. If this year's DeRozan, last year's DeRozan could have been on those Toronto teams.
Yeah,
they probably would have.
They would have won.
They probably would have gotten past some of those mediocre Cavs teams for sure.
Yeah.
And maybe even some. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially the year when LeBron was just down to Deladova and the rest of the ragtag crew. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I hated that.
Toronto was supposed to have got them if they had this version of DeRozan. You know what I'm saying? They had wet the bed version of DeRozan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was constantly flipping over mattresses in Toronto, man. So
we really was like hoping that guy would never show up. And so I think we could definitely say after that anticipation, we was like good, it didn't show up. So
Popovich fixed it all.
Yeah. Thanks. Hey, shout outs to Pop though.
Shout out to Pop.
Y'all looked at Pop. I was like, damn, he look old. All these, we got hella young coaches, young players, everything.
He's Chicago's finest, man. He's an area guy.
Yes, sir. You gotta let those area guys. Shout out to Coach K. Shout out to Coach Shire.
Coach K,
Coach K Jr. Shire.
Damn.
There you go, Big Sean checking in. What's up, big guy?
Oh yeah, big folks. Yes, sir.
Okay, I don't know what that means. Don't never to work. Okay.
Don't worry. Don't ever eat to work.
You drop that in the comment again, Sean. I don't. That might have been a typo, big dog. But yeah, man. I'm saying, in the East. Okay, one more team in the East, then we off the East.
Okay.
Miami gonna be there toward the end. They just got to get healthy. I ain't worried about the Heat.
What about the Pacers?
Oh, long, athletic.
Young. They got a lot of nice pieces though.
How many block shots did
they got? They got three premium young guards. Duarte is a premium young guard. You got they got Buddy too. They got Buddy Hield.
He shot lights out.
They got Mathurin, Ben Mathurin, who is one of the top runners for Rookie of the Year. And then they got Halliburton. That's nice. Look like you on mute, Will. Can you hear him?
No.
I'm letting y'all cook, man.
Oh yeah. Oh. You like he was talking back there. I thought you had some comments. Yeah.
I got wifey over here deep frying salmon, man.
Ooh.
He cracking.
No,
right.
Not really.
No.
Got to fire up a little too high.
What are you doing?
I'm not. You know what? They're an ascending team, man. Like, look out for the Pacers to maybe get lucky and get that play in.
Yeah, they in position for the 10.
They're a lot better than a lot of people thought they would be coming into the season.
You can't tell them young guards they're not going to be stars.
And they
legit.
Can be
they
stars.
Got legs. They got depth. Like,
and Buddy Hield feel like he'll start now.
But yeah, Buddy Hield feeling like I'm an all-star this year.
Right, even though he's not.
He's not, but he feel like it. He feel like it. You know,
If
he
he'd
got
have
the
went to
switch.
LA,
It's his opportunity.
Man, Lakers need him so bad right now.
if he'd have went
Man,
to
oh,
LA,
God.
that would have
We gonna
been.
get into
That would
that.
change their season all the way
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
All right, one more team I want to cover in the East, y'all. And we
About
ain't
Wizards?
said though. We ain't said
Nah.
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 And I love Brad Beal, man. I would prefer to have Brad Beal over Zach. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Kuzma.
I take Brad over Zach, bro. I ain't
You
gonna
take
lie
Brad
to you.
over Zach?
Yeah,
I take Brad over Zach.
Yeah, I think
I think-
so. Maybe.
I think he a little more of a dog than Zach, G.
Yeah.
Because
I'm
the
just
thing is like, man, I don't know. I like Zach, but it's like
Neither one of them
man,
played on defense, so I don't really want neither.
Yeah, like
I like Donovan Mitchell a little bit better than both of them, honestly. Donovan Mitchell don't play that much defense either.
I think the
I
three
like
of those
McCollum.
guys are literally like
Ah,
shades of the same player. You know how on 2K when you make your my player,
Right,
all three of them guys are shades of each other.
right.
Bunch
Yeah.
of volume scorers that don't play no defense.
yeah.
Shades of volume score. That's
Right.
what it should
Shades
say
of-
on their mind. When you
Shades
make
of
your my
half a
player.
Jordan. Y'all want to be
It's
half
funny because
Jordan.
we keep getting guys like that, but we denied Melo's entry to Chicago based off of his game, which is completely the same as what we explained. What we
A
talked
different
about.
time, different coach.
Melo denied himself.
Yeah,
That was the one time Carmelo Anthony was supposed to took that little pay cut
yeah.
and went and got him a ring real quick. And now his
Foolishness.
legacy is way different.
Tarnished. His
Man.
He
legacy
wanted
is
that
trash.
bad.
He's
Yeah.
a volume scorer that never won a championship.
That Bulls team wins a championship easy. Rose never
Easy,
gets hurt.
bro.
None of that.
None of
If
that.
he
He's
bro.
a Hall
comes-
of Famer.
Oh my God.
He's gonna be a Hall of Famer. I think
That is,
the
to
NBA got an
me-
easy Hall of Fame. So
in the
Yeah.
history of
Yeah,
being a
but what did
Bulls
he-
fan.
what did he do?
And
Is Carmelo a Hall of Famer, guys?
Yeah, of
Let's ask the
course.
question.
Hands
Well,
down.
why?
Just
Won a
off,
title?
just off production. Just off production and from college all the way through the pros.
Okay.
You got to give it
I
to
mean,
him.
Book
And,
work,
Melo.
and his
long book
work, his work in the Olympics.
Yeah.
He's Hall of Fame. He's
He
Hall
got
of
them.
Fame.
He got
for
them
sure.
2 bronze though.
Got one scoring champion,
Got
10
them 2
All
bronze
Stars,
medals.
He's a Hall of Famer, man. We got
13. Only thing
some white dudes in the Hall of Fame, man. That come on now.
That's my
I mean,
problem.
he's
I
never
feel like
made-
I had this argument. Shout out to my nigga Dolphs, man. We had this argument at his house a few weeks ago about who Hall of Fame and who not. And I said the NBA is very, very much watered down. It's not like MLB, which is ridiculously
you
too
might not
hard.
get to the Hall of Fame.
And the NFL is probably about right where you should be at in terms of Hall of Famers. I feel like they
Your
throw a lot
stats in
of
the MLB
extra Hall
gotta
of
be
Famers in there too,
outrageous.
but the NBA is way watered down.
You damn near chasing ghosts in the MLB.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard. Theirs is
Shout out
almost
to Pete Rose, man.
stupid.
Y'all betting on baseball now, betting on everything, man. Let that man in.
It's time.
That man
It's
lives, man.
officially time to let Pete
Like
Rose.
they
back
promoting bait. Yeah, all right, Jerry. Blah, blah, blah,
in.
blah.
We ain't gonna get off too.
Right.
That's a whole other story.
I can text my baby mama, who I want to put our money on, and she can just go through FanDuel and do it.
Real
I ain't
fast.
gotta
Right
do it
there on your
myself.
phone. Come on
And
now, let
you
Pete
forgot-
Rose back.
you
in.
forgot
I'm gonna go
while
ahead and
you
get
was watching
13
the
tonight,
game.
and we gonna win.
While you was
And let-
watching the game, the announcers reminded you. So you know these boys.
let Calvin
shaving
really
points
suit
like
up too. Let
Right.
Cal suit up too.
Niggas is shaving points. The refs are loving it right now. Everybody is
Big
loving
facts.
this. Like
But
you can't reprimand anybody anymore. It's in our faces. What do you want us to do?
all right, last team in the East, man. Last team in the East, and then we're gonna jump to the Western Conference real quick, man. Atlanta Hawks, what we doing?
Finishing high,
Yeah.
finishing
Hawks.
finishing probably above the Bulls.
They got some guys over there.
They got
man.
some hitters.
They got the best backcourt in the league right now. You ask me.
Yeah.
You talking about Devontae
Collins.
Murray being unlocked?
Murray.
He was
Him
on
and-
lock
him and-
last year though.
Him and Trey just taking turns now, though.
He was
Yeah.
on lock last year.
Big facts, big facts.
He
But
almost averaged
now,
a triple double last year with 20 points a game.
but now
in the
he's on the
All-Star
team.
appearance.
I mean, you look up and down Atlanta's roster, man. They got shooting, they got rim protection,
They got everything you need.
they got wing defenders.
They have
They
they don't
I
have
see.
any weaknesses.
they
I saw
just
Murray
how
play.
good are their stars? That's literally
That's literally
the only
thing.
question they got in Atlanta. How can their stars be in the
How
playoffs?
good are their stars and how many stars do they have?
True indeed. True indeed.
Yeah.
I'm giving them a bona fide 2 All-Stars.
2 All-Stars.
And a possible with Capella because
Capella,
all
yeah.
the bigs in the East are always injured.
Yeah.
But the most athletic player on the floor is not either one of those. None of
You
those
talking
three
about
guys.
Collins?
Collins is the most athletic dude on the floor.
And then
Collins
and then,
definitely.
and then Hunter is
And
so
Hunter is
slept
just right
on.
behind him.
This is
He's
why I
so
like
slept on.
Collins, because he'll get you a quiet double.
Big facts.
Quiet.
And he'll
It might not be that quiet because he might slam on you.
or he
Make
might
you-
come in and just boom, and then
I
bam,
really
he
wouldn't
turn
have
the whole game
minded.
around.
I really wouldn't have minded him as a Bull. I was
Oh,
hoping
man.
somehow.
Yeah.
I think that would have been an underrated get for the Bulls. A lot of people
Yeah.
didn't want it, and I was like, "That's exactly what we need: a guy who could play above the rim while getting those rebounds,
Yeah.
while rim protecting, while rim running." You know what I'm saying? But Atlanta, they're an enigma, man. Like I feel like they're deeper than Cleveland.
Deeper than
Are-
Cleveland.
Their star power may be equal or better, and then on top of that, they got they have a rim protector that's with quick, Capella. He's been through some wars with the
Yeah.
Rockets.
He
Oh
legit.
yeah.
He's legit. He's a legit rim protector.
I like him.
Double threat every night.
Yeah, they legit.
Atlanta's
He's
tough.
a scoring Mutombo.
And I think
They
they got
tough.
somebody else big come off their bench. I can't. It's not ringing a bell right now in my mind. But they got somebody else big on their bench
Yes,
that
sir.
comes in and plays just as good.
T-Red, pull their roster up for
Oh,
me.
yeah,
You talking about Okunjuwon?
Oh,
Yes.
yes, exactly
Yes,
what
sir.
I'm talking about.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Atlanta is tough.
Yeah.
Atlanta kind of
Don't
stacked.
be surprised that them boys sneak into the East Finals.
Yeah, it won't
The
be, it won't
NBA
be a
would
surprise.
absolutely,
So
positively
you got Cleveland and
Like
Atlanta.
sneak
a
back into
Cavs Atlanta East Finals would be murder for the
That'd
ratings.
be-
You hear me?
that'd
No,
be
bro.
crazy. The
The
NBA
Bulls
would
and
be
murder.
Atlanta.
Murder.
The NBA would be pissed.
The NBA
See,
would be
see,
upset with that matchup. They would not.
Absolutely.
It would be the less televised matchup.
No
100%.
Celtics,
That would be murder for
no
the league.
Heat,
It'll
no
be
They would
bad.
not like that
Knicks.
one bit.
They'd be pissed.
Don't do it, guys. Come on.
No
I don't
Bucks.
give a, what do you do? I'll give you $100 million right now to not take that. Like no.
Right. No Philly.
Like,
Philly title town.
like
See, what's happening, man, is and this is league wide, man. Then we're gonna jump into the Western Conference, fellas. The AAU culture
Don't get me started.
is killing like the prime of the NBA. Like guys like Kyrie and KD and Bron and all these guys right now should still be like foot on neck for these youngsters. And these youngsters are not scared of these guys no more.
In no way, shape, or form.
Like when Jordan and them guys ran the league, the fear, even with Kobe, the fear in the eyes, just the twinkle, like they not scared of Bron. They not scared of KD, bro. They not scared
and
of
you were
y'all.
afraid of Kobe.
They taking it to him. Here's the thing.
They were afraid of Kobe.
They were totally afraid.
Definitely
of Kobe.
afraid
They
of
were
Kobe.
afraid of Kevin Garnett. They were
afraid of those guys.
Paul Pierce wasn't taking nothing from them young guys. I'll make you cry.
At all. Not
They
taking
wanna
nothing
be-
from
they
the
wanna
young
be
guys.
big.
They dancing. They do
They
whatever
want to
they
be
want
big
to do.
bro, big homie, but then this is a generation that don't respect their elders. It's
100%.
everywhere.
100%.
And we talk about AAU ball. Look at like what's happening in our communities. Like who's really being recruited in our communities for real. Like look at the outsourcing of basketball players coming from melanated basketball players coming from overseas, replacing what should be our guys. But guess what's happened to our young athletes? They getting killed. They getting locked up. Well,
Man,
They're not being properly guided to.
That's the thing. They're not being guided. Like a lot of you look at little dudes. I saw a little dude. He was like 6'7", long neck, broad shoulders, bro. He's tatted all the way up. Like you already know, he had one known woo woo, and he won number about 17, 18. I'm like, that was our.
Where are you at, bro? You should be hooping. You should be ranked.
Everything shut down. Ain't no park district ball. Ain't nobody coming to the playground to say, hey, yeah, come on, you gonna play on my AAU team? We all grew up right in the 90s where we know, man, them coaches used to come to the playground.
Vito and guys, Vito could vouch for this. One of the neighborhoods I grew up in, man, when we would be at my grandmother's crib all the time, Cooper Park. We bred dudes. Rico Hill, Watari Marsh, Britt Booker, Quentin Richardson. Man, we had guys. And then I periodically drive past, and the courts are empty in the
Dead,
summer.
Yeah,
dead as no.
they don't
PA in the building. Yes, sir. He said baseball the same way. They
Yep,
outsource
man.
baseball.
Outsource baseball real fast, bro.
But a
And
part of, like I said, that a part of that outsourcing, yes, I'm not saying that they're not trying to do that. We're not helping ourselves, right?
Yeah.
A lot of these grassroots, you can call it AAU basketball programs, are really set up for not really parent, but coaching and program success. Not set
exactly.
up for kid success,
They don't.
which puts them
They
in
want the
a
best
bad
program.
predicament. Like
Yeah.
These
let's say
corporate
your kid plays
sponsorships
for
and
one of
all
the
of
top
that.
Yeah.
programs and he's
There's
not
big
getting any
dollars
playing
behind
time.
that.
He's gonna
That's
quit.
why.
He's
That's
gonna go
why
back to the block.
this HBCU thing is going to give us another shot in the
100%.
next 5 years on both the football and basketball level.
I think HBCU coaching staffs have to do better.
They
They have
do.
to
They have to do
Coaching
better.
aggressively
They have
staff,
to
the
come into these inner city
and get
schools
these
and come
kids.
and get these boys.
and because
Because
look,
when you look at their
where else?
rosters, they're made up of like bunch of
Right.
backwood boys,
Period.
which
Where
I'm
else are these
good
kids
with.
going
They
to
all
go
deserve
now?
an opportunity, but they got
Exactly.
to go get these boys from Chicago and
Period.
Baton Rouge and all these other places and put them
Yeah.
in these schools,
You
man.
got to
That's what
recruit the
it's going to
cities.
be. It's
Got
wide
to.
open. It's wide open now. The market for our kids is wide open. Like that should be the plan, right? That should
Let's
be the
make
plan.
Wilberforce basketball team just as strong as Ohio State.
Seriously.
And
And
and the key is that
Kentucky
the key
State
to
trying
that
to-
is you come and get those kids from Simeon and the Morgan Parks and the Curies and all these programs that produce dogs on a regular basis.
yeah,
You know what I
If
mean?
you ain't
Come
going
get
to
them.
Duke, if you ain't going to Kentucky,
Come
you need
get
to
them.
go to Jackson State.
go to Jack instead of going to a JUCO, go to Jackson State.
Exactly.
Go up north. Go to Howard. They just
But
remember a
like I
homeboy.
said,
What's
the
shorty name?
universities have to do better too, and
They got to come
being
get
being the
these kids.
stopgap for
That's
these
all they
kids.
gotta do, bro.
Absolutely.
There
Like,
has to
hey,
be a safety net for them. How can
you
you
ain't a
tell
4 or
Johnny
5
that goes
star?
to
Come here.
Kenwood that he can go play at Jackson State on a free ride unless Jackson State tell him, hey, this is what we
Boom.
got for you.
Remember, college recruiting was like, boom. Jackson State, these schools, right? They have to value recruiting. It's for us. If all three of us could be the dopest recruiters right now, us three right here could fill up a HBCU roster for 5 different teams in 2 seasons, bro. Like real talk. So we see the talent. We know where to go get them. But hey, what y'all budget looking like?
That's
Oh
what
damn,
it has a lot to
y'all
do with that.
locker rooms look like you remember them locker rooms in the summertime at the
Yeah.
park district.
Exactly.
It
Wet
smelled like
box.
piss and
It's
they
the
had
facilities,
fans on the
man.
floor.
Yeah, facilities.
Like
It's the facilities, man.
man,
Like,
I saw Jackson State for shit. My wife she graduated from Jackson State. Her mom is the captain of the on campus police department currently, right? So I seen how bogus it was before Prime came. Prime was like, man, when I came, I'm like, he coached in Texas. They all about football.
oh hell no.
There was Texas football locker rooms that was 100 times better than what he saw at Jack State. Not only the locker rooms and the facilities and the cafeteria and the campus in general, the dorms, the classrooms, everything, bro. And you talking about underserved. I'm talking about underserved, bro. Extremely underserved.
Extremely.
So
It's
And
definitely
schools
not
like
the same playing field.
you got
But that's
schools
the
like
thing about
Jackson
it. They
State
have to work
getting more
harder.
money than a lot of the other HBCUs, which
now
is
they
crazy.
are, yeah, marketing dollars coming in, big time endorsements coming in.
Uh-huh.
Right.
I was looking at Jackson State's following on like social media, added of course with Prime's following together, outnumbers the following of any top Power 5 school when it
Yeah.
comes to social media, bro.
100%.
So they
100%.
definitely right. They racking it up, and so
I think that's a good topic for a future show, fellas. Let's talk.
Yeah.
AAU recruiting, NIL deals. That's about to be a real thing. You know what
It
I'm
is a real
saying?
time,
thing.
bro. I'm
Like-
trying to figure out how to go ahead and get my member veto when we was in college. Man, my desire, bro. I want to be a sports agent. Like I wanted to be a sports agent, big time.
Now
This
is
is
the
the
time.
perfect time to do it, man. These shorties, NILs, like it's there. Like you can talk to high school kids now. You don't gotta do nothing in secrecy. You can
Yeah.
talk to the little homies. You can talk to your nephew, your cousins. It don't matter. Like this is the time to do it, yo, for real.
Like, hey, like right now, my son just made all conference. I'm already thinking NIL deals already.
Big
Like,
time, bro.
if I could get him to a Power 5 school, NIL deals. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? So, and he's only a sophomore, man. So, yo, that's something we definitely thinking about, man.
You know, I'm thinking about it. I got a 6th grader.
He nice. So
he gonna be nice.
Uh-huh.
Nephew, shout out.
Yes, sir.
His
real
trophy case is getting
real quick,
outstanding, and he's only 11 years old.
Real quick, man. See, y'all guys love hoops so much, man. I got to keep y'all reeled in, man. So here we go. Western Conference.
Uh-oh.
Let's kick it off. Let's kick it off and get
who coming out the West.
Man, no, we ain't gonna go there just yet.
Not the Lakers.
Let's get these bums out the way right now. Once and for all, right now. The Lake Show. The
Lake
fake
Blow.
show. The fake show right now.
Flake Show.
The flake show, the you know what I'm saying, if I'm up too late, sleep I can't wait show, like them boys trash. What 2-5 right now?
Yeah, 2-5.
2-5.
2-0 in they mind.
How you 2-5 with three top 75 guys?
Generational talents.
Three top 75 guys on your team. And you 2-5.
I can't be too excited about LeBron's demise.
I ain't even talking about LeBron. This ain't no LeBron for me. LeBron 38. He the old man now.
I don't care. You goated? Are you goated?
Are you the GOAT?
That shit been sailed for me. That shit been sailed for me, man. I didn't knock LeBron down a couple notches. Like I was always having an argument on social media with guys about we just gonna move him past Magic and Bird all willy-nilly.
Yeah.
So that's what we on. We just gonna move him past guys that got the same or more rings or similar numbers and played against like each other. Like I'm talking about dudes that carried the league.
Right.
And then you had Jordan breathing down your neck. He wanted it and he wanted it bad and he wanted it now.
And you weren't getting it once he got it?
Jordan wanted it so bad.
Sorry, you're not getting it back.
Jordan wanted it so bad that Isaiah got robbed of his whole reign of terror. Yeah. That's how bad Jordan wanted it. He was like, yeah, I know, Zeke, that y'all got these back-to-back chips. We on y'all neck.
Jordan wanted it so bad that everybody that was wearing Detroit Pistons stuff in Chicago threw it away and picked up a Jordan jersey.
Threw it away.
Really fast. And Isaiah was from Chicago. Jordan stole Chicago from Isaiah. He was no longer
took it from him.
Very mad about it, too.
So sorry about that.
He's forever mad about it. He's going to be forever mad about it.
Forever salty.
Every chance he get, he take a shot at Mike, man. But
you see how petty that is?
Man. It's
so
terrible.
I ain't mad at him though. I'll be that petty too. If you took my city, if I'm basketball royalty, and somebody comes and takes my city from me,
but see,
I'll be pissed off too.
I got a quick hot take, and this is about Isaiah, and then we gonna get back on topic.
Mm-hmm.
This is what happens when you don't go to a public league school.
Ooh. Ooh.
In Chicago, if you ain't go to Simeon, you ain't go to Morgan Park, you ain't go to you could throw out any public league school that's known that holds some weight in Chicago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even Quinn,
especially if you lived in the city and you traveled to
that's why they don't embrace Wade, even though he's the greatest player to ever come from Chicago.
Yeah.
He played in Richards.
Wade should have been somewhere at Simeon or something like that.
It don't
Wade
count.
could have easily went and killed at Whitney Young and been decent.
Could have easily
100%.
But not necessarily because Wade wasn't that good in high school. He was good, but he wasn't that good.
You talking about a guy that was a late bloomer?
Wade at Marquette.
100%. 100%. Because D Wade was hooping with us at the California Gardens Rec Center in Blue Island.
Yeah, he was good.
And we didn't fear him at all.
Right. We was right. It was like we was hooping.
No, don't get it. No mistake. He was better than us, but we weren't scared of Dwayne Wade at the rec center, bro. Like we was out there like, man, buddy, nice,
Just
I'm
another
still
guy.
finna get mine too. You know what I'm saying?
I remember.
If
I
that's
remember.
what I don't want to take y'all back on
Corey
time machine, but
Maggette was one of the most dangerous high school players that I had the liberty of watching up front, like on the court watching
That
him.
dude had a pro body.
This nigga was hitting he hit an N1-3, and I was like, that was like my first time seeing an N1-3. It was an N1 fadeaway 3-pointer.
who y'all talking about?
Corey
Corey
Maggette.
Maggette.
Oh yeah.
And,
Like,
but see,
Right.
here's the difference.
I'm glad you brought Corey Maggette up.
I'm glad you brought that up.
His Dwayne Wade's brother was on the same par, same year, 1998.
Oh, you talking about Desmond?
No, no, we're talking about Demetrius McDaniel.
No, I mean Demetrius, right.
Demetrius, that's Wade's brother.
That's right.
Same level. We used to play with him. We used to play with him, and Wade wasn't as good as his brother yet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he wasn't that good until he got to high school.
So Wade was because I don't remember Wade's high school career at all.
Real quick,
it wasn't really much to remember. He got the accolades. He was all state and all that, but senior year 2000. But he wasn't like a dynamo.
Real quick,
he wasn't getting recruited by every college in the country.
I'm glad you brought up Maggette.
Yeah, Maggette.
Because Maggette went to Fenwick.
Yep.
Then he went to Duke.
Quentin went to Whitney Young.
Yeah.
And Q used to murder Corey Maggette every time they met up in high school.
Yeah.
Every time. Now, I think Whitney Young just had a better team overall.
They did.
They had two guys from the hood, Lonnie Holland and
Fenwick
Quentin
only had 3 black dudes on their team.
Exactly.
Yeah, Fenwick. That was the 92. So Catholic League basketball, like you had your Tim Young and you had Corey Maggette during that time.
Yeah, and during that time.
And
yeah,
Tim, I went to Gordon Tech, so I remember
Gordon Tech, yes, sir. Yeah, Tim was tough.
He was leaving when I right before I came in.
Yeah, Tim was
that's
tough.
We had like Julian McAvee and all them other dudes. Tim was like, man, he went. It was crazy because Tim went to Northwestern, and then Q, which I loved. I was really appreciated him. He went to he stayed in Chicago, right? He went to DePaul. And remember when they came out, they changed the game and they put them hoodies on, they warm up. Y'all remember that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like that, those DePaul teams.
Paul McPherson,
my goodness. One of the most underrated public league guys, man. But
what was that?
Lance Williams from Julian.
Lance Williams. What's bro name that owned he owned a club in the West by my old
you talking about Bobby
Simmons? Yeah, Bobby Simmons.
Bobby, for sure.
Yeah.
Bobby, they had a couple of other guys, man. Didn't they end up with Buddy from King? Amari Sawyer, right?
Amari Sawyer.
Like they was getting guys, and that's what I'm saying.
They had so much raw talent. I think it was coaching that was the reason.
They had too much talent. Yeah, they had Stephen Hunter.
Hunter.
They should have went to the final. 100%, bro.
They just had. That's what happened when you got too many guys from the crib all on the same team.
Shore.
Right. You know what I'm saying? They had too many guys from the crib.
Wait, when you think about it, was that the last time that DePaul like recruited Chicago players? Like, think about it, like for real, because they've been sucking for a long time, and you don't never see like big time Chicago guys playing for DePaul, which is what was that Big East school? Big East school, Chicago.
It was Conference USA at the time.
Yeah, it was
Conference USA. Back then.
What you would think that kids would want to go so they could play in the Big East.
Yeah, right. It's a private school. They got the best facilities. They got everything. And you in Chicago, but it's like these shorties trying to get out the city.
They're trying to get out the city.
Yeah, man. So for them guys to go to DePaul was so crazy.
Yeah, trying to get out the city.
That was nuts, bro. We stayed at the Rosemont Garden. At the Rose Garden. What was that? Rosemont Horizon?
Rosemont Horizon.
We stayed there, bro. We lived in there. Like my coach, my I think I was in 7th grade. It was 98, right? I was in 6th grade. And my coach used to take us to them games like all the time. And then remember the Chicago versus New York All-Star high school basketball.
They don't do that no more.
You talk about the Wendy's All-Star shootout.
Yeah,
That
and then
was the first time I seen like New York players just get completely murdered by Chicago guys.
They would be
destroyed,
so
bro.
I'm
pissed.
talking about guys like
It was shell shock.
what was Buddy and them name that point? They had the nice point guard at the time, and Luther Head was just killing everybody.
Luther was destroying them
Luther
boys.
was killing them. They had what
Did
was Buddy?
Stephon Marbury playing that game?
Yes, way back in the day.
Yeah.
The Wendy's shootout was a big thing, man, and it was like for the guys who didn't make the McDonald's All-American game, the Jordan game, you had the Wendy's All-Star shootout. That New York versus Chicago game was a big thing, and it was getting guys offers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But shoot, we about 15 minutes left, man, before we get out of here tonight, man. Let's
jump on that West real quick.
Let's talk about the West before we get little.
The West. I feel like we keep putting the West off because we just don't care.
we really
don't care.
I mean, think about it, man. Like whole time, man. I mean, who's beating Golden State? That's the West.
really Golden State. The only team that can really beat Golden State is Golden State.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like who is remotely close to them on the West?
Right. When you talking about bench, we talking about the Bulls and the bench. They got the best bench in the league, no question.
They so loaded, man.
Super solid. They haven't even played Andre Iguodala all year.
They got a borderline max player that comes off the bench, Jordan Poole.
Jordan Poole. That's tough, bro.
And they don't care about spending no bread. They don't care about no luxury
They might have a generational center sitting on their bench.
Wiseman just sitting there developing.
He could be generational. He can be that good.
He
has no weaknesses in his game, really. He got the three already. He got the low post game.
He's athletic as hell. Runs the floor like a deer. And he's just sitting there as a luxury item.
Good. Just relaxing and learning.
And then something I always would talk about guys with. Of course, I understand the NBA is about win now, get championships while you can get them.
Yeah.
But the day of the wingman is over in the league, and I hate that because if you're able to acquire a lottery pick and you get a generational talent possibly, and you're already the man, you should be salivating to develop a wingman. And I feel like LeBron James low-key might have cheated himself out of a couple more rings by not saying, hey, you know what, Wiggins? Come be Scotty with me, bro.
Yeah.
More than that. When he sold off wholesale with that Lakers team, that's why he's feeling the karma that he's feeling now.
Look at all
those dudes that actually play with him that are in the league right now.
Julius an all-star.
Better, bro.
It's a laundry list of dudes that he had.
P.I.'s an all-star.
They were just talking about that the other day. Like
Lonzo borderline all-star.
All those young guys that he unloaded, it's like, hey, Brian, remember, you just took a bunch of young guys to the finals at Cleveland. You with the Lake Show with a bunch of young talent, bro, that you could, for 2 years, all you need is 2 years with these dudes. And you just unloaded them boys. And now they all playing basketball.
He need Brandon Ingram so bad right now. So bad. Julius Randle, so bad right now.
Bro, Julius Randle.
They disrespected
Lonzo.
Caruso. I give you disrespect of Caruso. It hurt him.
You talking about that's crazy, man. Potsy says Draymond's right hand gonna beat the Warriors. That's a pause-worthy comment, Potsy.
Right, that's pause, but
put you on Front Street for it.
Could be
pause-worthy.
Could be.
But yeah, man, we're in the West, man. So
I forgot about Kuzma.
Right, Kuzma. And he look all right with the Wizards. You know what I'm saying? He looking all right with the Wizards, man.
He would look a lot better with LeBron.
What Barkley said, Carl Kuzma. Carl Kuzma. But man, I mean, you look at the Warriors. It's they spot in the finals again to lose, man.
Period.
Portland ain't challenging them.
No.
You got to really dig deep. Who in the West can challenge? I mean, the Clippers.
I feel like if
the Clippers, maybe that might be your only shot.
If Morant could just stay healthy, real healthy, and play ball, because he got his guys believing.
Ja's a
and they had the
dog.
same attitude as last year,
Ja's a dog.
I believe that they will be a team that can compete.
I feel like they go as
They
far.
might get outplayed or outshot. You know what I'm saying?
Because their problem is and the young big, their power forward, Jaren Jackson Jr.
Jaren Jackson can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
He's the guy that has to stay healthy. I feel like
and Brooks
Morant
got to stay healthy too.
Yeah, Dylan Brooks for sure. Those two guys
he's their
are a
spark
must
plug.
for them.
Yeah,
If they play just as if they're gonna play hard and tough and win, he's got to be out there. If
100%.
We're gonna see. I think we're gonna see some. I think we're gonna see more movement in the West than in the East this year.
You talking in terms of trades?
Yeah,
probably.
Teams who feel like they're right there.
Flux.
Grizzlies are right there, yo.
Who about the Clippers? What y'all think about the Clippers?
The Clippers are right there.
Clippers are right there. They're just as deep as everybody else.
And you already
they
have no excuse because those guys have the freedom to take their star players have the freedom to take the night off whenever they see fit. So I don't want to hear nothing about no injuries.
They super deep though. That gives them the luxury. They got plenty dudes at all the positions to step up when those dudes sit out. They're 100%. Not, of course, they're not as good as Paul George and Kawhi Leonard.
But those guys are able to take the night off whenever they want.
Y'all like Reggie Jackson?
Yes.
Yeah, Reg's solid. I
like Reggie Jackson. I like John Wall.
He's literally the guy that you just let gun in the Western Conference while the stars are out.
Yeah.
And you'll make the playoff. You don't even really care what seed you hit in the Western Conference. Just get there.
Yeah.
Just get there and you got a shot. Like if you Memphis, if you're the Clippers, if you're Dallas, just get there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just get there and you got a shot. You know what I'm saying? Because all it takes is a Golden State injury. You're a Golden State injury away from having a shot to come out of the West. If you're a Dallas, if you're a Denver, if you're you know what I'm saying, one of those top 5 guys in the West, man. So my top, I'm gonna go ahead and I guess give my top 8 to 10 in the West real quick. You guys go ahead and just jump in at whenever. Of course, I got Golden State number 1. Clippers number 2. Denver number 3. Dallas 4. Dallas and Memphis can interchange at the 4th spot for me. Even up to all the way up to 3 maybe. And then the rest I don't even care, bro. Like
as a team you left out that was kind of interesting. You left out Phoenix. Oh.
See, Phoenix is an enigma, man. Like and they gotta get their big guy healthy.
Aiden?
Yeah, they gotta get him healthy.
More of a mental health.
Yeah.
Yeah, more ways than one. You're right. He's gotta be a dominant presence for them down low, man. Because if you think Western Conference centers outside of the Joker, he should be eating like crazy in the West.
Where my boy JaVale at? Maybe that's what's missing.
JaVale McGee.
Shaq in the food.
I wish he was on the Bulls though.
JaVale? Yeah, that's the rim protection that we
Patsy says
very
Warriors and Clippers are shaky right now, but it's 10 games in.
Yeah, everybody in the West shaky. You got Utah as the top team.
Right. Like come February, the Warriors and the Clippers will be just fine, bro.
Yeah.
Come February, I'm not worried about it.
What y'all think about the Nuggets?
I like the Nuggets. They full
so
now.
How we still MPJ is
he out again?
I thought he just played. He just dropped like 11.
So he's back. Michael Porter Jr.
He
is
started
back.
the season.
Yeah,
I don't know if he got hurt.
They playing right now. Actually, it's 107, 103.
Okay, so they're at full strength.
Oh yeah, he been nice too. I thought it was a new injury.
Okay, so with Michael Porter Jr. and Murray back, West Finals.
Yeah,
but
Aaron
can sneak. Yeah, Aaron Gordon. They can sneak into the West Finals.
He
for sure.
They got that young kid Bones.
Yeah, Bones Highland. He's tough. I like Bones, man. Hey, dark horse team to make the West Finals, man. Like, and definitely a dark horse team to make the West Finals.
Murray
time, man.
Was the reason why they couldn't. You got a 2-time MVP,
and Joker could carry, man.
He can carry.
He stays healthy. I like
Hey.
that about Jokic, man. He's
They got
out there,
X
70 plus
factor.
games.
Hey,
KCP.
quiet as kept. The NBA has
Caldwell
been ran
Pope.
by two white,
No doubt.
foreign, European motherfuckers.
Oh yeah,
Two, Jokic
Jokic
A second round pick.
and Luka.
Luka from Dallas.
Them two white boys you can't
I
touch,
am
bro.
Luka
They're
from Dallas.
amazing. That's absolutely there's
And
nothing you can do about them.
They
Think
are
about it.
ready
They
for it.
running
They
the
can't
show
wait.
right now, and I ain't
Cannot
mad at them.
wait.
And
America. Go ahead,
going
sorry,
for-
bro.
going forward, overseas guys will come over here and run the league for the foreseeable future.
Wembenyama
That's
finna
exactly
come
what
over
and that's what they want, and that's the thing. Like, and we applaud it. Like, America culture applauds everything that's set up to like put us in like make us take a back seat, and we're like, yeah, come on, guys, we love it. And it's like, yo, like I'm not a big fan of that shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Because I hate it. But
Hey,
you
the
got
cream gonna rise to the top in terms of
Yeah,
sports. So
I'm at the
100%.
But then I look at it, I'm like, America, what is America? America,
what are we doing to prevent it?
Or
That's the question.
and then America really is that it's turning into the melting pot that it really wants to be. Because I could take an Asian family and they can have a baby and I can raise him up to fight in my military and we can go to war with the country that his people is from and he'll be fighting for us. There's no other country that do shit like that, bro.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's real.
like,
and then them same guys that get all the fame and
Ukraine.
notoriety and come here and kill in the league, they go and play for their national teams.
Real
for
man,
the Olympics.
real. So look
Right.
at Giannis. Giannis is what
Y'all seen the Redeem documentary,
I
right?
saw that, bro. That was
Indeed.
wonderful.
That was a good one.
They
That was a
put that one
doozy.
together really
And,
well. I watched it a couple weeks ago.
Olajuwon was the first guy that was like, if I'm going to play in the Olympics, I'm going to play for my native country. You know what I'm saying? Because imagine Hakeem being on one of them dream teams back then. So
right, he was on Dream Team 2.
yeah, but he's supposed to be on Dream Team 1.
Yeah, he's supposed to be on Dream Team 1.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't know. Maybe
he was better than Ewing already. He was better than Ewing then to me.
Yeah,
he was over Ewing. Yeah, that was 92.
Mm-hmm. To me, he was better than Ewing already. So
the reason why they had to put the Admiral on there.
Of course,
he was all American. Yeah,
they don't get more American than that.
He was the next guy.
David Robinson is so severely
Dave Robinson
underrated.
was the next guy.
Yeah, severely underrated.
And you know what I mean. So we got a few more minutes, man. I want to talk to this. The Western Conference is what it is, man. Golden State got to beat themselves. Our dark horses are Denver and Memphis. I would say.
Denver,
and the Clippers, we never know. I'm not. I don't think they're ready yet. I don't think they're ready yet.
Why not?
Because you never know what you're gonna get from Zion, bro.
You know better. They got CJ McCollum. He's the X factor.
But if Zion go out, then they are another.
They made the playoffs without Zion last year.
But then there's still another
Zion,
Portland. They're going out in the first round.
No, they almost pushed them boys to the limit last year.
They need their generational talent.
They need their generational talent. I believe that. I do believe that.
No Zion.
I really want Zion to stay healthy this whole year.
They in there.
Now, okay, that's a good compelling argument right there. A completely healthy Pelicans, you never know.
You never know.
Super enigmatic. And we got Papi Amon checking in.
Wait,
saying the Clippers gonna wet the bed again.
You gotta be on the same thing with us with the completely healthy Bulls. If you gonna talk about a completely healthy,
that's what I'm saying. Like I can't just put them in the thick of the race based off health because health has been their Achilles heel.
Big time.
So it's like
right.
that,
and they don't have no playoff dogs too. That was the other reason why you said the Bulls couldn't make it because they ain't got no playoff dogs.
You know what I'm saying? So we don't really
they ain't got enough either.
They ain't got enough either, man. So
that's it.
You know, I feel like
he ain't got no ring.
They could be dangerous. They'll be a tough out.
Yeah,
maybe second round at best if they're able to stay healthy. But
they're gonna be
you got guys like Ja. Ja, he tasted. He could taste
it. He's next level. I see Ja as MVP this year.
He could get it.
He should be.
He could get it, man.
He could be right in the mix.
He's
You say we don't like. We
When's
talked
the
about
last time a
Phoenix.
guard won MVP?
We know.
Who's the last guard that won
It's
MVP?
been a minute.
D Rose?
Nah. Curry, right?
Curry.
Yeah, Steph.
Oh, yeah.
Steph for
16,
sure.
17, 16.
Yeah.
Steph. And yeah, Steph's the last guard to get it.
Was it?
17?
No, Russ.
I don't think Russ won it after Steph. I think didn't Russ win it that
Russ
year?
won it the first year he won. He had that triple double. Yeah.
When they went to the fight, when they went to the Western
No,
Conference
that was
Finals?
all gone. That was Russ by itself. Russ was
So
somebody
that was
else.
18.
More of an indictment on the Lakers, man. You got
triple double machine. Let's do
I'll tell you what.
in a row.
I'll tell you what can unlock them, man.
But he trash though. Everybody talking about who ain't Hall of Fame and who is. Russ is Hall of Fame, and y'all tarnishing his name.
I'm tired of him getting thrown under the bus.
I would definitely
bona fide
argue
100%.
the fact like this
Hall of
man
Fame.
is definitely Hall of Fame. Like he put up.
He done He did
Crazy
stuff that
number.
nobody ever will and can do. Nobody's ever done it, and nobody probably will do it again.
Yep.
We talk about a Chris Webber type guy that's.
I'm saying this about
regular.
About Russ.
He was
man.
an all-star. He was never MVP. Never did anything that was phenomenal. Didn't win anything, but he's a Hall of Famer.
I'm gonna say
You
this
got
about Russ, man.
That's getting trashed. He averaged triple double 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this about Russ, yo.
Cap.
The Lakers can unlock more success for themselves this year, and maybe even sneak into the play-in, whatever. You gotta let Russ play point guard, yo.
Gotta let Russ be Russ.
Let Russ be Russ. Let him play the point. We know he can't shoot, but can't nobody still keep him from getting to the rim?
Right.
But then what happened? What is LeBron gonna do?
Exactly.
LeBron can be elite
but he could be the guy, right? He could be the guy waiting for threes now. Like
he
that's
can be
what he should be
elite
at anyway.
off the ball.
Does he want that though?
39 years old, you shouldn't be trying to step at the.
He's still, he's still chasing that number. It's stat stuff in time.
He's gonna get it anyway, though.
Stat stuff.
He gonna get it.
He gonna get it anyway.
Speaking
He definitely will get
talking
it
about
if he on the wing, wait for the rock.
Yeah.
The greatest stat stuffer of all time.
Greatest stat stuffer.
Here come the shade. We know why they doing Russ like that. We know why.
Why they doing Russ like that?
Because man, LeBron don't make nobody better, and that's a crazy hot take. LeBron, who has he made better? Everybody's talking about you go play with LeBron, you get better. All I've seen was that man destroy people's careers.
Got one player, one name, way back.
Who was that?
Way back-o-meter. Ready?
Way back.
I'm beyond ready.
Who? Booby Gibson?
Nope. Before Booby.
Good Lord, he's out the league.
Mo Williams.
Oh yeah,
Mo had his best season with LeBron.
I don't know if he made Mo better though.
I don't know if he made him better, but he had his best season, and then once he didn't play with LeBron no more, he was done.
I'm talking about who is LeBron raised up and made. Jordan made Scottie Pippen top 75
because he's too demanding.
Top 50.
Yeah.
Jordan made Scottie Pippen top 50.
He doesn't raise his teammates up, and if he does it, it'll be maybe for a half a year or a year, because all of his teammates have always been expendable. You have to build around LeBron no matter what.
BJ Armstrong was an all-star. Like those all came from warring with Jordan in practice. And
he didn't make Kyrie better.
No, Kyrie was already Kyrie.
He didn't make Kevin Love better.
He made him worse.
Davis better. He didn't make Anthony Davis better.
Think about the guys' numbers when they go and play with. Of course, there's just not enough shots to go around. But you take Chris Bosh. Let's start there. Dwayne Wade was just too good to dim his light for LeBron.
Right.
But Chris Bosh took a back seat big time. We talking about 25 and 12.
He shouldn't have to take a back seat if LeBron is the distributor, creator that
Chris Bosh should have still been 25 and 12. Same as Kevin Love. He didn't want no parts of Andrew Wiggins, who he could have turned into 25.
That was the
7,
weirdest,
just like him.
That was the weirdest.
That's the person you're supposed to raise
rejection. Weirdest
up.
rejection of NBA, and probably in one of the weirdest rejections.
And it was instant. It's like you got a chance to come to a team, and there's a lottery pick there, and Kyrie Irving is there too. Kyrie Irving is there,
and they had the other guy. What would have happened to the other guy's career?
You talking about the first
Anthony
overall?
Bennett.
Oh, he was just trash, bro.
Who?
Yeah, but if you got a guy like
was-
LeBron gonna raise you up, then maybe not.
That's a good point. But that
But
dude was
and
super
here's
trash.
here's
That
another
dude was super
thing.
trash, though, Vito.
Yeah.
What
He was
does
he's
he
worse
doesn't
than
have
Ben
what
Simmons
it takes
trash.
to raise anybody up because that's not in his nature.
Deion
That's
Waiters
supposed to be in
didn't
his
develop.
nature. He's supposed to be
They're
a team
supposed
guy.
to be,
He's
but
supposed to be
he
a team
ain't.
guy. Pass first.
Exactly. So you look at it.
So it's
are
like
you
fake.
team? You're a selfish team. You're
He's a
selfishly
passive aggressive
playing team
superstar.
ball because that's what you
100%.
want to do. But are you not doing what's best for the team?
Hey, ill, that might be a hot take right there. LeBron James is a passive aggressive superstar.
Yeah,
100%.
that was that
100%.
beta conversation we had.
He's the best beta ever to play.
The greatest beta of all.
He is
Greatest beta
the
next
greatest beta.
The great
This is a
LeBate,
guy.
LeBate James.
This is a
LeBate
guy who literally, and we just cooking right now because we already got all our Bulls 10 game out the way, the East, West. We didn't got all that out the way. Right now, we just cooking because we can. It ain't
Hot
that
takes.
late. LeBron James, the greatest beta ever. How about that? Because let's think about it. Let's really
He
think
always
about it,
needed
right?
an alpha to help him.
This
at
is a
every
guy.
stop.
This is a guy dead in the middle of his prime who let Dirk sneak one off of him.
Bro.
He let Dirk sneak. There's no way.
Wait, and they had a lesser team. Let's be honest. A lot of
No
LeBron
way.
lovers will say, "Oh, Dallas was stacked."
Dallas had a whole
They
bunch
had a
of
good
dudes that was
team.
damn near on
Dallas
their way
had
out the
depth,
league.
but they wasn't
Dallas
stacked
did
with
beat all the
superstars.
West teams too, and all those teams in the West that they beat were stacked too.
In
They
the
beat
West,
that
it was
Lakers
Dirk's
team.
time for sure.
That Lakers
Yeah.
team they had Ron Artest, they had
In the West,
Al
Vito,
and what's the big man
but
Andrew
think about
Bynum.
but think about the West at that time. Dirk was head and shoulders above all of them guys, and it was
Right.
his time. In 2010, it was Dirk's time.
And you remember who they
He
lost
was-
to in the
And them
finals a
guys,
few years before.
100%.
This is
100%.
payback. LeBron just fell in the fire. Like
100%. So we talking about, I don't care. We talking about prime LeBron. I'm talking dead and walking into his prime.
Right.
Prime Wade.
Most athletic he's ever
Prime Bosch.
been. Top flight.
Three top 75 guys right there, right? Again, three top 7. Who could say they got 3 top 75 guys on the same team more than once?
Right.
Only one guy can say that.
Bird.
LeBron. Well, of course, Bird. Of course, Bird.
wait,
No doubt.
I was
Bird
gonna
and
say-
Magic.
He accomplished more.
Bird and
Yeah.
Magic. But
Bird
we're
and
talking
Magic.
about a much different league, not as many teams, way different mindsets of the general managers. The big market teams they like the rest of the league was almost like feeder teams. Like LeBron James, dead in the middle of his prime. You let Dirk chin check you out of one to 2010.
Yeah.
Then you let the Spurs, who are aging, you let Kawhi turn into a superstar off you.
Real fast.
Kawhi Leonard turned into a superstar off LeBron, bro. Like as good as Duncan was, as good as TP and they chemistry and got pop
And
coaching
he
and all of
let
that.
too many people eat on his watch. He like you said, Kawhi got 2 rings
Kawhi
in his
got
era.
2.
And in an era where you could call your shot as a star player. I want these guys on my roster, ship off the rookies, ship
Le
off the
GM.
draft picks.
Le GM.
You talk about a guy able to call his shot, right? This man let Golden State establish a dynasty in the middle of his time, his glow. Now, there was a crazy variable in the middle of that. KD pulled the ultimate sucker move of all time. We not letting him off the hook ever.
No
KD
way.
pulled the ultimate sucker
No
move
way.
of all
That
time.
was the top level. That was the top tippity of tip top of sucker shit.
Now, it's a seesaw between KD and LeBron for the greatest beta ever. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Them dudes are super duper betas.
Extreme beta.
Who alpha right
Was
now? Let's
was
talk about alpha.
Dwayne Wade a camouflaged beta?
No, D
Or was
Wade
he a
is
real
an
alpha dog?
D Wade is an alpha.
Because I don't know. Maybe he's just a
I'm
beta
giving.
off the
I'm.
basketball court.
Yeah. That's a whole.
Ooh.
That's not safe for broadcasting purposes.
Ooh.
Topic right there, but
that's another topic for another
because
day.
of what's that? 05 Wade?
Yeah.
05, 06 Wade. That to me that injects him into the alpha.
Right.
Yeah.
He can ascend to it when needed to. He played with a player that was greater than him.
Shaq was on his way.
Right.
And he was declining rapidly. So Wade was like, you know what? The league ain't that great right now. Let me go take one real quick.
Take one, bro. Then
you
had Lonzo, you had Mike Miller, bro from Chicago that played with damn man, what's his name, bro?
Eddie Curry.
Nah, he big as hell. Nah, 3-point shooter. He played with the Celtics. Antoine Walker. Then you had the glove that came on and
Jason Williams.
Yeah, so he's like surrounded by dogs.
They had James Posey.
Yeah,
older dudes, but like
they was dogs and battle tested.
Yeah,
and they just needed a guy to just be the guy.
To be that guy.
Shaq was like, okay, I'm gonna start it. Wade, you come finish it, and they did, man.
I'm my man of my word. I said I was gonna bring a championship. I brought a championship. We won a championship.
Shout out to Shaq, man. We just did a song together. One of the most random things that ever happened to me in my life. Me and Shaq happened to have a song together, which is crazy.
What?
See, this is what happened when your kid make all conference. He just walk in and open doors in the middle of your podcast. And
squad.
He like, yeah, he can't wait. He can't wait. He think he could block me.
He can't block you.
That's another hot take. Can he block? Can he block Ills?
He can't block you.
He can't block me.
Not
block
yet.
Me?
Nope.
He ain't ready.
Not yet.
He ain't ready yet. I'm teaching him all the moves. He don't know about the dirty moves yet. He don't know about, under the tape. I got the metal rod. Tap that jock strap, boy. I feel like a shock stick.
You tap that jock strap.
Feel like you got hit with a taser down there.
Yeah, buddy.
True filth.
I'm one of the. I'm the original Mountie before the WWF. The Dirt Act, boy. Now, Vito, I'll tell you. Remember, I used to wear the forearm pads, boy.
Yes.
They stopped me from wearing them, boy. I was punching. Man, come on. Back when you could be dirty on the field, man. But yeah, we ain't letting you off the hook, LeBron. That's a future show, man. I feel like we gonna get our biggest ratings ever. We gotta
do it. I think
we gonna lean into
some viewership when we gonna get lovers.
We promoting it.
I like
promote it. I'm gonna spend some marketing money on that.
Yeah, we
LeBron James, the greatest beta of all time. That's tough right there, bro.
The greatest beta of all time.
The greatest beta.
Passive aggressive superstar.
Yep. Passive aggressive. This the man we literally seen in crunch time turn around and hand Dwayne Wade the ball to close the game. Not pass it to him like he's open. Like, hey man, here you go. Here you go.
Get it out of my hand now.
Take us home, man. The same guy.
I hate it when I see my son make those type of passes where he doesn't need to pass the ball. He's just passing it just because he wants it out of his hands. I really hate that shit.
It's your job to kill. The greatest passive aggressive beta of all time.
But get the ball, put the ball in your hand, go make something happen. And if you attacking the rim super hard and then they collapse 4 or 5 people on you, then that's what you're supposed to do. Kick it out.
I never.
But you can also slam on all 5 people. I seen you do it in Detroit 2005 or whatever year that was.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, everybody in the rim.
LeBron.
He dunking on one of the greatest shot blockers of all time. 4-time defensive player of the year and just yanking the rim, annihilating this guy. Now you scared of all these chumps.
I thought 06. Here's another hot take, G. I thought 06 LeBron James was going to be the greatest player of all time.
We all did, because
After I saw 06 LeBron,
what he did to Detroit that year to go to the finals.
He took a chip from them.
Everybody was like this, because this is the guy. You had no choice, right? You had no weapons around you. Like, you had no choice but to just go out and dog. But then what that did was gave him permission. That gave him permission to say, hey, I need help, or hey, I want out so I can go team up with other guys. And then I could be. And Jordan was like, no, I'm going to continue to be a dog, but I need a supporting cast around me so that we could win a championship.
So if you tag it right away, you won't need to spend the marketing money.
Hey, I had put those notes together from last year, bro.
Yeah.
And I just went back to find them because I'm on my laptop. And one of the questions was, what is a passive alpha, and how does it affect a team's success?
You end up with 4 rings and what, 7 losses. That's what happened.
Seriously.
That's like a lot of L's in the finals.
That's 11 finals, and you got 4 rings.
That's insane. That's an insane amount of losses. As the best player in the entire league,
goated. He's goated though. He better than Mike though.
Like
6-0.
That ship has sailed so long ago for me that I don't even.
It ain't even worth addressing.
It ain't even in my algorithm no more.
Ratings.
It used to be in my algorithm all the time. I see dudes. It ain't even in my algorithm no more. He's under the Jerry West Act posse.
Hey, but you know what? What we really need, we need Mike to jump in there. So you know how they had like the Republican and the Democrat in the debate.
We need Major Seven.
We need the counterparty to be in that kind of
conversation. But you know what?
We need some LeBron lovers on that. So we
need a LeBron lover in here for sure, man. Like, we're gonna see if the homie shout out to the New Old Heads podcast, man. We're gonna see if we can get Major Seventh to come on in here. He has his own sportscast, podcast for sports, is Talking Hoops, the 7th quarter. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get him in here, man, because he's a LeBron guy. He feels like LeBron's the guy.
He better go do his homework.
I'm asking you, when you come in with the LeBron stuff, show us how LeBron dominated. Don't show me how he scored a bunch of points because he stayed in the league for 20 straight years.
You know what he gonna say?
Don't tell me none of that.
He went to the finals 9 straight years.
He dominated the league in categories. Like, show me that, because what we're gonna bring is everything that when we talk about Jordan, it's all about how he dominated the league each season in statistical categories, in wins, in championships. I'm talking about dominated. Like, you can score points and rebounds and stuff over the long period of time of your career. That's great. That's called stat stuffing, and that's called longevity, which gives you the ability and opportunity to continue to produce. But we talk about
fear in the 4th quarter.
Putting the fear in these guys, taking your soul, like LeBron James. I respect you as a man. You are a loving husband and a father, and you care about your family. Michael Jordan cheated on his wife, and he loved white women, and he left his wife. He did not care. He was a straight up asshole on and off the court. That's how that man got. That's who he was. He was a businessman.
That's good and funny.
I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman. Like, real talk. That's who. Like,
I want to see LeBron James want the ball in the last 2 minutes of the game when everybody know he gonna get fouled and gonna go to that line.
Man,
we talking about a career.
What's that free throw percentage?
Line at the end of the game.
Career. At this point, what, career 71%?
That's horrible.
I like to see the stats on that. The last 2 minutes.
That's like one of the
I know
worst
they got him. Somebody
percentages for a non-big superstar ever.
Free throw percentage.
Have y'all? I know, Vito. I know you don't like Shannon Sharp like that. I know dogs hate Shannon Sharp. But have y'all noticed that? Like,
yeah, they ain't fucking with Shea.
Man, you know Shay love LeBron, you gotta yak in the dead. He just he be so disappointed.
Shame on him for being like that. You played in the era where a lot of goats came from, and for you to be
you played in the era.
He was a dog.
Dugger.
He supposed to be able to recognize that, man.
Yeah, man. I really think that was for the.
You would think a great player would recognize another great player, and you don't know.
He was. They call it. I think. He was clout chasing.
Fox News
picked up LeBron.
Yo, check it out. Said, imagine watching Jordan beat your home team for a whole decade.
Horrible.
Right.
You're gonna have
that's everybody.
Some deep rooted hatred there.
That's Detroit. That's a lot of these things.
Detroit,
New York,
Indiana,
right?
Cleveland. But see, you never hear New Yorkers say Jordan ain't the GOAT. You will never hear that.
You never say that.
He took their soul so many times that you never hear them say they like, nah, man, he head and shoulders the best I ever seen.
Pat Riley.
They buy the most Jordans in New York. They had Pat Riley coaching.
Pat Riley hung his jersey up in Miami.
Yeah.
He retired.
Yeah.
You can't wear 23 in Miami because of Jordan.
It
should be retired. It should be retired league-wide.
Better get your ass in that.
Is it Portland too? Is it Portland, Miami, and Chicago?
It's time to retire. It's time to retire.
They need to retire league-wide. It needs to be over with.
Everywhere.
You want to wear 23 no more.
It's time to put Jumpman on the logo.
High school.
Retire 23 league-wide. Man.
Just retired in basketball. Period.
Here we go.
Period. Just no more. Nobody could wear it ever again.
Nobody.
Y'all can wear 45.
Take the 45 out of that too.
That any number Jordan wore can't wear it.
Every time I see the number 45, it take me back to that video. I think it was Unstoppables, and Jordan. I think it was the Alonzo Mourning Award at the All-Star game. Jordan was like, "That's a bad luck number, dog."
Yeah. At 45, man, and what's crazy, man. This dude was wildly out of shape. Had a baseball physique at this time.
Baseball, bro.
Come to the Garden, give a double nickel, and if he would have been in better shape, they might have got a chip that year.
Yeah,
they could have got one.
It was the one and only time that Jordan passed the ball, and it ended in a loss. And
he was
like he wasn't ready.
He wasn't ready.
He passed. The pip was cutting. Man, it looked so pretty. It was the perfect setup, man.
And it just went off like his hand.
He right there too. Like, man, Jordan would have took that shot. Been a whole different story.
And Scotty was expecting him to shoot it. That's the reason why they.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm gonna go ahead and here come the best. Here come the LeBron supporters best. And make no mistake about it, man. I'm a LeBron James. I followed that kid's whole career, man. And like I told y'all, there's no cap in my rap, no hate in my debate. That's bars, by the way.
It's pretty fire.
No hate in my debate, bro. 2006. I thought LeBron James was going to be the greatest player ever to lace him up. I said, if this is the guy, all he needs is one more guy. And ain't nobody gonna be able to do nothing with this kid.
I 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
And just leadership wise, dog mentality wise, I don't subscribe to that whole clutch gene garbage because I done seen LeBron send the Bulls to the crib with hella clutch buckets. So I don't subscribe to that whole clutch gene garbage. But the dog mentality thing is a real thing.
That's all it is. Domination, man.
That dominant alpha male. Yeah. This my house, this my gym, this my championship to lose.
Yeah, you got to look at it too.
It ain't there.
The clutch gene thing is a thing. Like, okay, like if I lace him up and go against my son and his team, I'm probably gonna be clutch against them. I'm gonna hit buckets of them because I don't have no fear of them. They chumps to me. They little kids, so I'm gonna kill. But if I got to go up against the Bulls, there ain't that clutch gene going away. I ain't got no clutch gene. That's over with. I'm out there shaking in my boots like Zach LaVine is blocking threes into to the rafters.
Right.
LeBron James can kill the Bulls because he has no fear of that team they stand against. But he go up against those other guys and it's shaky. Now,
it was like because the consistency and being dominant wasn't there.
Right. And a
like
clutch gene it when you truly got a clutch gene, it does not matter who you're lining up against.
Yeah.
You could be man down, ass out, and you get the ball, you got clutch gene, you're gonna get the buckets or whatever it is, football, baseball,
like,
get the clutch hit, whatever it is. You ain't worried about no teammates.
Brian, are you playing the game the way that you envision and wanted to play the game? If the answer is yes, man, I respect the hell out of you, bro. Like, I can't critique nothing because you playing the game the way you wanted to play it. But
100%.
Are you playing the game based off of you wanting to be the most dominant player of all time?
He didn't play the game like that. I don't think he played.
See what I'm saying? So it's like that's why I give him his flowers because he's playing the game the way he wants to play it, not based off of the expectations. That man, remember, bro, he was King James. They put the crown on his head and put him on the court on the front.
I hate his fans more than I hate the man, though.
Right? Sports Illustrated,
and that's really the issue.
Court, NBA court. They lifted that man up. They raised that man so high before he even touched a basketball on the NBA court. He was
so LeBron too. I know we got way off on the tangent with this LeBron thing, but for LeBron, for me, it was two things that happened. The decision.
That was
the first thing.
Decisions. Oh man.
The aftermath of the decision and all the things that happened since the decision is not really the reason why
not 5, not 6, not 7.
Yeah, that's why I became a LeBron hater at the decision. But that hatred continued. I don't really hate him as much as I used to. I used to really, really hate LeBron. Like I think I don't have enough hate for athletes to pour it all into one player. Like if I get another person to hate, then I can't hate that person as much no more. So I took all of my hate from Kobe and poured it into LeBron. And then when sucker KD did what he did, I took a little bit of that hate. I didn't take all that hate away from LeBron because I felt like his move was so heinous. I can't never let him off the hook.
LeBron,
but KD,
man,
KD's is put him right at the right next to him. So he
that one, man. He that one that you just wanted to be you wanted something. Your expectations for him was like in 2006 was like, oh yeah. Boom.
He was literally the heir to the throne.
He was the guy. Before the decision,
he was the heir to the throne.
Yeah.
It wasn't a doubt in my mind that if 06 LeBron jumped right in the middle of the Pistons glow.
Yeah.
Broke that team up.
This is why Kobe stayed in the league.
You know, what's the name?
This is why Kobe stayed in the league for that long. Because he's like,
about this. Tim Duncan took his soul.
Yeah.
And he ain't got it back.
Exactly.
He has not gotten his soul back.
Look at Kobe. Kobe stuck around for how many more years after 06 because he realized LeBron wasn't who we all thought he was going to be.
Well, shoot, Kobe was still chasing rings and
after 10.
Yeah, Kobe had his own ghost of Shaq. He had to shake.
Yeah, he had his own ghost.
He had to get
his fight was the ghost of Shaq. I gotta get one without Shaq. Give me one or two without Shaq, I'm good. He did that. He got a couple without Shaq. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like Brian, like guys wanted to extend their NBA careers due to Brian's lack of domination. Jordan niggas was like, yeah, it might be
I'm out.
Retirement.
Well, so what's gonna be LeBron's defining moment in his legacy in his career?
Coming to Chicago and winning the championship.
Ooh.
And kissing the middle of the floor when he win.
That'd be a huge
his moment is already come and gone.
Oh, that means done then.
He's done.
Or
you got him as done now.
He gotta add some customized shit. Like right now, he doing shit nobody ever done. Cool. He gotta add some dope customized shit to his resume, like win the championship with his son.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Being able to play in the NBA game with his son is gonna be his defining moment. It's gonna be his career. His legacy is going to be solidified.
Yeah,
the fact that he was
because we're going to celebrate him. He will
because he'll already have all the he already had the stats and all that.
Yeah, I'll celebrate.
He gonna get that. This is late in the evening. I shouldn't have another hot take, but I got one.
He's on fire.
One last one. We only got a few minutes left.
Bronny ain't good enough to make the league to play with his dad.
Ooh, Lord, but his little brother.
Not yet. I will have to agree with that as of right now.
He
but
might
not
need
yet.
2
I
or
think
3
if he
years
goes
of
to a,
college. Brian,
if he goes to
you
a
gonna
major
play till you
university, he'll get his
43?
chance. If he
You
goes
gonna
G
play till
League
you
Ignite, he ain't
42?
gonna get there.
I believe in the next 2-3 years, the league will be so saturated with just athleticism and guys that can't play that great of a basketball
You think Bronny sneaks in?
that he may be able to
He
sneak
might be
in.
able to sneak in. If you
The
look at
game is changing.
He's
if
gonna
you look
get
at the
in off
landscape
nepotism.
of
It's gonna
youth
be a package
basketball
deal.
right now, and I'm deeply involved with this shit now because my son playing, and I'm starting to understand what's going on here. It's all about fake clout. If I can get 3 publications to say I'm the best player in the country, then I can go out there and say I'm the best player in this class, and everybody's scared now.
Right. Look at the
Everybody
rap
around
game.
me
Look
scared.
at the rap
I
game right
might
now.
not even be able to play that good, but I got
Look at hip hop right now.
it's
Or pop.
nonsense.
It's just like the pop music, pop culture, hip hop.
All about clout.
That's all it is. You can get hot, boom, bam. TikTok star, bam. Now he got an album out, bam. Just went triple.
That's why,
platinum, bam.
I get it that the number 1 pick is going to be Wembanyama, and I really love his game, and I think he's generational talent. But I don't like the fact that they've already discounted every single play in college.
Yeah.
What if somebody come out here and average 30 at a Power 5 conference and dominate? We don't know if that shit
And
gonna
go
happen.
to the Final Four.
And go to the Final Four and cut the nets down. You don't want this nigga? Am I picking if somebody 6'7", 225 pounds come out here and dominate college basketball and take all the accolades there is to go cut the net down? Am I picking this kid over Wembanyama? Even though this kid maybe we'll just say maybe 1 or 2 years older, maybe a junior or sophomore.
Yeah.
Do I want that kid over Wembanyama? Maybe I do, maybe I don't. But to say that he's going to be the rookie of the year once he gets to the NBA and all that, that's cap kind of.
What's Bronny?
I love him. Don't get me wrong. I think he is a generational talent. I think he might be the best player to come out of the amateur ranks since LeBron or even whoever. Rose, LeBron, KD, whoever you want to look at it. He's probably the next dude.
Bronny is ranked like somewhere in the 40s.
40s.
As far
who? He a junior this year?
Right? He's a senior.
You talking about Bronny?
Senior this year?
Yeah.
No, Bronny a senior.
Bronny's a senior. So
yeah, he class of 2023.
What, he's 6'2"?
6'3".
6'3".
He had a nice bounce though right now.
His brother had the growth spurt though, right?
Yeah, his brother like 6'6".
Yeah,
his
Bryce.
brother gonna be good.
I think brother already got the jump shot that's gonna take him high. He's gonna take him to the next level. Bronny's jump shot is not as good, but Bronny's athleticism is nice right now. He's been doing shit in college, high school the last few weeks. That's like, wow, his highlight tape was nice for this season.
Yeah, I mean, like Bronny needed Bryce's what he's gonna get blessed with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like Bryce got all the genes.
You can tell who got Bron's body.
Yeah,
man.
So that's crazy, man. We gonna have some really dynamic shows coming up, man. We're gonna really
top this one up too. We need these hot takes. I don't know. You got somebody that do graphics and chop up videos.
Yes, sir. Hey, if you're a graphic designer out there, if you dope at editing videos, man, we got some work for you, man. So
yeah, please
do.
You
know what? I'll holler at Misha now, my sister now.
Yeah. Had them
chopped up that. Yeah, they chopped up that they did a dope segment when she sang the national anthem at the Bulls game. They chopped it up like super dope. Actually, she's singing tomorrow, I think.
Really?
I gotta find out.
Yeah, we need to start chopping these joints up so we can put sizable snippets out there to get engagement as we move on and 100%. Progress. We're developing all this great content. We got 2 hours and 33 minutes of content tonight.
Yeah,
we can break up.
Shout out to everybody who hung out with us tonight for sure.
All this we said on this, we can break that. We can break all that stuff down and have them be snippets and just post them. Post these 100%. Snippets, especially when stuff happened that we said is true. Post just like our hot take on that. I mean, this was really got my.
We
mind.
Literally spoke Roquan getting traded up.
Trade up.
Next day he was gone.
I think I didn't send you that one, T-Red. No. We talked about that. I went on a rant about why this nigga need to be gone, and he was gone the next day.
That's good. I would have loved to be on that because I've been saying that shit for the last month and a half, 2 months.
That's what it's all
Real.
about. We got to tap in. We got to put this with just like rappers. Got to put it. We got to put this on wax.
Yeah.
This
Cool.
needs to be wax. So
100%, man.
I love it, man. Appreciate y'all for having me on, man.
No doubt, man. Come hang out with us anytime, man. Anytime for the hoop stuff, man. Let's jump in the Bears post game with us, man.
yes, sir.
We either recap it on the Monday,
Yeah,
or we go live right after the Bears game, man. Depending on, it's early, man. Everybody's watching football, so we kind of play it by ear.
Shoot me the link,
too. So we can beam in, remotely anywhere.
100%,
as long as we got the right schedule, the right time, we can jump on here and do what we got to do.
Yeah,
get this great content, chop it up.
Hey, so have y'all heard of that Stream East?
I'm familiar. Yeah.
So they you can watch any game, and it's like you don't have to.
Somebody told me about that Stream Easy.
Yeah. And that's how I've been watching all the boys.
Somebody told me about that.
That's
my man's Big Will over here got some way better.
I got some.
And I was like, what y'all like?
I can't find my documentary on that though. I was trying to find that Kyrie documentary. They don't have it on that. It's on Prime Video, but they don't have it on that.
Let me get out of here. My kid's screaming her lungs off.
We're gonna wrap this up, man.
I had to get rid of her. Like, you gotta get her out of here.
It's about that time, fellas. But hey, we're gonna reconvene next week, man. Let's see where we at with the Bulls.
Ills, tell them your people to get that documentary on that.
Yes, sir.
Negroes to Hebrews. That's that Kyrie documentary that everybody pissed off about. You seen it?
Okay. We're gonna definitely put that on there.
You seen that documentary?
No, I want to see it though.
Juice. They so mad. They fucking mad.
They just suspended Kyrie tonight.
It's so
yeah.
They said Adam Silver wanted to have a conversation with.
They're gonna destroy Kyrie because of this. Because
he's on an indefinite suspension, man. And I think Kyrie wanted it out anyway, and this gave it to him.
Everybody who doing this is doing this because they want to break free from whatever they tied to, because they got money behind them that's gonna generate whatever wealth they want. Like,
it's a bold move.
All the money that Kanye losing, but he can go do whatever he wants to do right now.
I say, this is coming from me. I know we
slippery slope, man.
I fear for them brothers' life, man. Because they messing with it. They messing with a dangerous monster.
Yeah,
and that monster can't be. You can't shut that monster down.
Nah, they
hard to. And the reason why they so pissed off, especially with Kyrie, not so much Kanye. Kanye is just, you can mix Kanye and all the nonsense together. Kyrie had a central thing like, hey, this movie is truth and it is amazing. And it is, and it's one of the deepest, darkest truths that has ever been set upon the world, and it's being exposed. And they're very, very, very,
everybody's antennas up right now, man. So whoever they gonna silence right now, just know that the truth is real.
The truth is real, and
it's real.
Hey, this what it is. You gotta know what you up against before you start that fight. And I don't think he knew what he was up against. Hey, mama.
Hey, now.
Hey,
got a special guest before we get up out of here.
So what's up?
Hey, little mama.
I don't see no tears. She's screaming.
She just screaming. That's how they do.
Scotty.
Mike. Smiling. She like, yeah, what I want.
That's all.
That's it.
I just needed you, daddy.
Look, she's ready for the camera.
And we've been tapping in. I know, Vito, we talked about it. We've been tapping into our true selves for a while now.
Yeah.
And
I've been talking about this nonsense for 20 years.
More than that.
Right. You had the support of Minister Louis Farrakhan. You got a whole military behind you, and ain't nobody touch that man. You touch that man, it's gonna be some problems. So
I hope that's the case.
I believe
they got some very powerful people and a lot of very powerful players.
He already spoke on Kanye and said he got Kanye supporting. Now he gonna speak on Kyrie, and as soon as he put Kyrie's mouth on his lips, it's over. And Kyrie already told him, I'm not afraid. I got an army behind me. Like for real.
I hope that army ready for the biggest army you ever seen.
It's gonna be rough.
That's the biggest.
It's biblical,
bro. We talked about this.
It's
You
biblical.
talking about the eighth head of the beast, man?
This is biblical.
This is
We ain't
biblical.
talking about no nonsense. This is
biblical.
Talking about the eighth head of the beast.
Read Revelations 2 and 9 and Revelations 3 and 9. It talks about that thing of being, you are the so-called this, and you will be exposed, and you will have to bow down to the real ones that I call. He said it twice, and it was written in red, so you know who was speaking that. For real. Now we ain't even talking about the eighth beast. We just talking about that group of people.
But a big part of what that documentary is talking about not even Revelation, right? Because Revelation tells it's the backstory.
Yeah.
Right. The Old Testament is the precursor.
Listen, bro.
The precursor tells you that Abraham, Ham, Shem, and y'all.
And that's where I spent a lot of time.
Imposters. Cut it out.
I spent a lot of time in the Old Testament, bro.
That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
Japheth. I ain't part of none of that.
Yeah, bro. Like
it's 12 tribes. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Listen, bro.
Y'all talking about y'all the 13th tribe?
Right. That's like the Divine Nine, and then the Pharaoh Eights came in 1995 and started.
Wait. I was watching
y'all the Pharaoh Eights
last night, right? I watched CNN. No, that wasn't CNN. Was that CNN? That one of them. They got CNN and it's the other one. Some news network that's supposed to be middle leaning, not necessarily Republican, Democrat, but they had Rich Eisen was on there.
Yeah,
Rich Eisen was on there so upset talking about I had ancestors that were persecuted and killed in gas chambers. We're not talking about that shit, my friend. Cut it out. We're not talking about 1945. We're talking about 800.
We're talking about Exodus, Genesis, Judges, Numbers, Deuteronomy.
All this foolishness y'all talking about is 19 whatever that is when y'all was able to truly do what you got to do and get
talking about
go take the land from the Palestinians.
First Samuel, Second Samuel.
Let's go back.
First Chronicles, Second Chronicles. That's what we talking about.
That's what we talking about. I don't want to hear nothing about no Holocaust because we ain't talking about that. Yeah. Y'all can be mad all y'all want to. I'm not a person that say you ain't supposed to be mad about the Holocaust because it was wrong and all that. It was. All death is wrong to me. But your definitive argument against what Kyrie's talking about in this documentary, we talking about the Holocaust?
The fact that they suspended that man indefinitely.
They really suspended him?
Yes, indefinitely.
That word, man. I learned the word indefinitely in high school. I got suspended indefinitely the day before prom, and a week before graduation, 2 days before in outdoor Catholic League track finals. So I missed that. I was missed sectionals. Basically, I was.
That's an easy way for them to tell you that you fired, but you're not fired.
Just because I used profanity and some white lady heard me, called my school, described me to a T. I wasn't even talking to her. I was just talking to one of my friends, and she said I was a misrepresentation of Gordon Tech, and that was the first time that I've ever felt racism hit me. Like, but I didn't even know. Like, it was bad. I'm 18 years old, and they wrote it down and gave me a letter and said I was suspended indefinitely. I have to ask one of my classmates what indefinitely mean. That mean you expelled, bro. For real.
It's a nastiness because they're gonna suspend him, but they're gonna hold him accountable for his contract where he can't go sign with Maccabi Tel Aviv for $50 million a year.
Yeah,
that's what he could do. He can go play in Spain, Italy, and make the same money. He can. Yeah. But they ain't gonna let him.
Kyrie, chill.
That's the bullshit of it. He can go play in China. China will welcome him with open arms right now. You hear me?
They love it.
China will pay that man $100 million, but they ain't gonna let
Kyrie 100%. 100%.
First of all, they ain't
gonna play for Shanghai right now.
For none of it, and they probably say, you know what, that documentary right. Fuck him. Fuck the NBA. That documentary cool. That shit might be real.
It's
Yeah,
gonna
that's
come.
where
It's
we
gonna
at
have
with
to
it,
come
man.
to a point, Ray.
Not trying to protect white
But
supremacy.
holla at Ice Cube gonna have to expand that court to a full court and expand them teams from 3 to 5.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But anyway,
Call it the Big Five.
Big Five, shoot. Hey, why
Real
not
talk.
though? At this point, you know what I'm saying? Why
We
not,
got
man?
we got the power. We control. We got everything. Y'all want? Let's see what the NBA gonna be if we just let y'all just fill it up with all European players and bring all the brothers over here and join this league. We have the ABA all over.
Segregation. We got the Negro leagues, old school, new school.
Yeah,
Negro
exactly.
league
Why
league.
not? Hey, if we get all the talent right to go to HBCUs, we get all the pro talent to start to go back to the old time Negro League.
Hey, look, man, separate but equal. No,
who's gonna?
No
pay
doubt,
you?
man.
Yeah,
So,
but
hey,
man,
brother,
we gonna get up out of here, fellas. And,
yes, sir. If you know what, one last hot take for the night before we roll. I'm glad y'all brothers got a chance to meet each other tonight because,
of course,
T. Red just told you I've been rocking with him for 18 years, and of course, you know, me and you we've been rocking for 30. So,
man,
that's a combined 48 years worth of friendship on this
real, bro. That's heavy.
No doubt, man. So
that's heavy. I love it.
It's definitely been a pleasure, bro.
Plenty more where this came from, man. We're gonna be back
sir.
with a ton of shows, ton of hot takes, ton of content. You know what I'm saying? And right there, she the star of the show, man. We just need her in here every week.
This little girl.
And we good. You know what I'm saying? Get the little ones in here and we go. Right.
Yeah, I'm getting my little one out of here. Hopefully she's asleep when I do it.
She be terrorizing Vito.
I already know.
You already know what time it is, man. But we gonna be back for some good first game without Quinn and Roquan Sunday against the Dolphins.
Be a treat Sunday. We play against a team.
And we got that new boy catching them balls.
Yeah. I'm anxious to see Claypool,
and then they got
man.
a dog on the defense, so they're gonna be nasty. We got a lot of problems coming up on Sunday. We'll see how we solve them.
If we already got the draft picks, I don't see no reason to just tank for what.
No tanking.
They might ball out.
We just had that conversation about alphas, and Justin ain't going at gunpoint.
No, bro.
That boy want to win. He want to win
now. We
now.
put ourselves in a bad position, and I was thinking about that last night. Like, not necessarily bad, but I would like to be at the top of the draft. But I don't think this team gonna be at the top of the draft. We're gonna be right in the middle because we're gonna be close to making the playoffs. Or
because when you're at the top of the draft, what are you looking for real? You're looking for a quarterback.
If you're at the top of the draft, it's like you almost gotta take a quarterback, unless it's like a generational.
Because a lot of
it's a generational defensive
left tackles and defensive tackles get drafted at the top too.
Yeah,
but we really know why you there though.
Like, a lot of them nose guys get drafted at the top.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, man, if it's generational talent on the defensive side of the ball and you already got your quarterback and y'all still just suck, then you're not about to, take a quarterback.
Right.
Like the Bears will be a complete fool to take a quarterback with the way Fields is progressing.
Who went number one last year? Wasn't no quarterback.
It was a DN.
DN, right?
From
Michigan?
The white boy.
No, it wasn't him. It was from Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
The kid from Georgia.
Oh, Georgia, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it was.
We can always trade up, man. We got hell of.
It was like 3 or 4 dudes from defense in a row, right? It was Thibodeau was like third or second, right?
It was
Kayvon actually slid a little bit.
That kid from Alabama, that DB from Alabama, I think or Ohio State or Alabama, one of the two.
Mm-hmm.
They are, so
we could definitely do some things in the draft.
There's room for that always.
Yes,
that's a super early conversation right now, man. But man, on behalf of the brothers, man, Sibling Rivalry Sports, my 2 cents podcast, man, all things Bulls, all things Bears, and we got winter meetings coming up, man. So we're gonna be giving y'all some of that.
That's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be real interesting. Especially
eventually, I'm gonna talk about the Blackhawks, but man, y'all
stinking on the north side.
That'll be
ugly. A lot of White Sox fans.
It's possible. It's possible.
A lot of them out.
It's possible, man. But
very possible. There's a ton of money to be paid, and they acting like they don't want them. So
no doubt. So next couple of shows we got, man. We'll be here with our take on the Bears Dolphins.
And
I will see y'all next week. because I'm tracking Justin Fields' production, man. Y'all go hit the YouTube. I'm still editing him down, but I'm about to unleash my all 22 breakdowns.
Okay.
And y'all tap in with us for those, man. I really do this X and O stuff on this football. Don't debate me on Facebook. I'll tell you the shreds.
Yes, sir.
I'll tell you the shreds. I really do this. So on behalf of the brothers, man, support the brothers, not the others.
Yes,
We gonna
sir.
get out of here, and we'll see y'all for the Bears Dolphins recap, man. Let's get it.
Peace.
Yes, sir. Peace.